finished just said eating M&M. Hey, Escos. Hey, Nikki. Hi. Hey. Y'all just pop on. I'm getting ready. Thank you. I saw when you sent me a message, but I was on the way going out, going to pick up my baby. Well, he's bigger than me, my 20-year-old. But I got you. I am getting ready to cook, y'all. We are stir-fry people in my household. Green pepper and center chop stir fry. And at the last minute, my son gonna tell me, Mama, that is all of the sweet and sour sauce you have. So I'm gonna make do with it tonight. How was y'all Saturday? Now, who else has been hit by? Wait a minute, hold on, guys. Hey, Google, turn down sound of 5. Who else been hit by these hours? These hours, guys. I've heard Simply Kate. She says she quit. Hey, Nikki, I am doing wonderful. I am cooking, trying to do at least 4 meals tonight because I'm leaving to go back out to North Carolina tomorrow. So I'm trying to make sure. Hey, baby boo. I want to make sure that it's enough of meals set in the household for my husband and the kids. So when I know I'm going to be on the road, I usually just cook a whole bunch of food and have it there. And we don't do all that fast food things. I am a cooking mama. So I do a lot of cooking. But who's been hit besides me? I think it was Simply K. I forgot who it else was. I was in Team Geo this morning, and I saw it was not only me that have left, that has lost so many hours. Geo just texted me and told me that it's a website. No, it's a video that's telling you about the watch hours. So I still got to watch that because I wasn't home, but she messaged me, so I got to go in there and look at that. Baby boo, what's up? Y'all, when I'm in my zone, y'all probably hear other noise. That's my dishwasher. When I'm in my zone with my cooking, guys, I put on jazz and let it roll. I wanted to do Family Feud, but I was going to come on and do some cooking. And after the cooking, I need to lower my camera so y'all can see what I'm doing. And which I'm supposed to be recording this, and I'm not. Wait a minute. Let me lower this. Oh, you at work, working hard for them dollars. I want to make sure I can see it too. You know what, guys? It's crazy what YouTube is doing. A lot of people say their hours are coming back to them, but I haven't seen it. And of course, you know, this week alone, I have been hit 700 total hours. That's crazy. But will I give up? No. I don't give up on much of nothing. Maybe, no, I better not say that. He might be in the corner watching. But I'm not gonna give up. You can't give up because something is going on. You can't give up because I look at it this way. And we so easy to give up because things are being taken away from us. Did God give up on us? That's how I kind of like look at it. So yeah, I mean, it's really putting a sour note in some people with these hours. But I was doing YouTube once before. It was by mistake that it was deleted. But I refuse just to give up. If I have been on life support and still breathing, I have no reason to give up. I have even more reason to push on. So I'm not gonna give up that easily because and it's just like this. If you're on your job and your boss come up and tell you that hey, you making $45 an hour now, and we're gonna take 25 cents off you an hour. Will you quit your job because of 25 cents? No, because you know you got mortgage, car payment, and insurance and everything. So I look at it that way. I'm not gonna give up because I mean I look at it this way, everybody's worrying about monetizing and making money. Well, exactly, Nikki, exactly. Because I'm like this, you really got to think about it. Before you found out you could make money on YouTube, heck, what were you doing before? Sitting in a cardboard box, eating out the trash can behind a restaurant, what were you doing before? So why are you using YouTube as the moneymaker? You don't have no other job? I mean, I know if I depend on trying to get monetized on YouTube to pay our bills, and guys, our mortgage for our household is $1,400 a month. So if we were depending on that for being monetized for YouTube, no, it wouldn't work. So why are you worried about that? You looking at all of these huge, big YouTubers, and they got houses and cars and all that. But guess what? They started exactly what we did. Probably went through the same thing we are looking at, like, oh, you know what? I'm giving up. But just like I look at Ken and Dre, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of them. They just recently moved here to Georgia too. They started out, and for months, they only had 58 subscribers. Right now, as we stand, guys, they got 1.58 million subscribers. They just came to Georgia from, I think it's Tennessee, and bought a $569,000 townhouse. So, and they're 21 years old. So I'm like, why are you gonna, if you're in the older generation, this is making money is just didn't start. If it did, that's sad. But I'm not gonna put out there. I can say I'm not monetized. I'm not far from being monetized. But guess what? Just being on Instagram, I came where I'm doing table skates, and that's something I absolutely love to do. And I was seen by major companies. Now, working with this company, getting myself off the ground, having my own personal stuff with my name on it was way more than being monetized from YouTube. It's not all what it's cracked up to be. It's just like you can skip some of these commercials. Have anybody thought about that? YouTube only paid you for your commercial. So where there, if they said, okay, they're gonna cut out commercials, you're not gonna get paid unless you have a sponsor. So everybody's thinking of it in the wrong way. That's how I look at it. You're looking at it the wrong way. And maybe because I'm older and I know so many of y'all that I'm buddies up with and I love y'all to pieces. I'm so much older than you all. And my oldest one is 22. And I know it's one of them. I talk to her often and she's 23. She's old enough to be my daughter. I'm 45. So therefore, I look at things a lot different. That ready go money is not always the best money. So it's just you got to keep pushing on your own. Just got to keep pushing. There's so many things in life you just have to push on your own. You can't depend on YouTube for everything. So I was gonna do get things situated and play Family Feud. I know Tiara is on. I saw Tiara on. Can't think who else I saw. Exactly as Collins. And you know what? I am not looking at my age, but what I am looking at is so many of them that are so young, thinking that they're going to pop on YouTube and make so much money. What they're failing to realize when it comes down to YouTube, you are self-employed. I've been in self-employed several times. Being self-employed takes you to a whole nother tech bracket. Being self-employed and with YouTube, it's a lot different. For the simple reason is everything you buy, your cell phone, I can't use my cell phone. Exactly as Collins, they got it wrong. They got it wrong. I mean, stop looking at it for the dollars. Looking at it, you having fun. I mean, I am one, I'm quiet, I stay to myself, but believe it or not, my husband gets jealous of y'all. Because he's like, you always talking to them. I can hear you, Bambi, go, Lisa. But you know what? I'm so quiet and I say to myself, I go to work, I come home, and that's it. Sometimes I'm at work, I'm on YouTube, but I'm at work. I'm not waiting to see if YouTube will monetize me to pay my cell phone, or better yet, to pay the Wi-Fi to see everybody else. So you can't do that. You got to have another outlet regardless. Now, when you get up to that 1.4 million, don't forget about me. But then, yeah, quit your job, enjoy, make sure you have a good accountant, because it is very important to have a good accountant. Once you hit numbers like that and you're a big YouTuber. Good thing about it, guess what? I don't have to go and get an accountant. If I do get there, if God blesses me to be there, I don't have to go and get an accountant. I am an accountant. So you can't look at it but one way. You there, you having fun. If you're not going to look at it that way, it's no need. You have a cell phone anyway. Are you going to go without your cell phone? No. I mean, I'm to the point now, I adore my phone. My husband paid $1,300 for a phone. I'm going to use it. And besides that, when my phone rings, I'm going to answer it. So when I'm not on it, why not do videos? I can edit it, do everything I want to do with my editing, and put it up. Now I just found out that I can actually do my green screen and put my video up. And just like if I'm standing here talking to you all right now, hey, my girl. Oh my God. Hey, Lisa. Oh my God. I so wish I was there today. I was looking and I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. And I just said you. I just called your name. But I'm so miserable. But Lisa, I will be on the road in the morning. I will send you a message. I will text you right when I get ready to pull out my car garage. I'm texting you to let you know I'm on the way to Charlotte. Because I don't make any stops. The first stop I make is in Rock Hill on exit 85. So you know you're not that far from 85. From South Carolina side going to North Carolina. So I always stop to Quick Tea. What is it called? QT on 85, and I stop there and boost up and get a little bit more gas. And after that, I start riding. So yes, guys, Carter, I will definitely text you to let you know that I am on the road. So yes, I so miss y'all today. And I was in TK. I was in TK Today Live. Y'all, I'm over here washing off my meat. I was in TK Today Live, and I was like, oh my God, Carter just texted me, y'all. I said, I feel so bad. I wanted to be there. But priorities are priorities, and I didn't want my son to be in an Uber 8 o'clock at night. That's not safe to me. So, of course, my love. Oh, don't say that, girl. Carter, don't tell me that. You know, I'll be like, you know, I want to be there, right? Because I told you in the beginning, I'm going to be there. But circumstances, hubby is working. So I had to change up my side to make sure that Carter, tell me this. Tomorrow is Sunday. What time you go to church? Tell me that so I know what time I need to go ahead and head. Because guess what? Hubby birthday is tomorrow. He'll be an old man. So hubby birthday is tomorrow. So he'll come in to breakfast in the morning. Okay, good. That's good timing. Because when Sean come in, I'm gonna cook him breakfast for his birthday. And after that, I'm gonna pack tonight. But guys, let me first say this, everybody. Thank you, absolutely. Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you. I got to still Virgo. No, I talk to her all the time too. Treasure also. When I said YouTube can be more than a dollar sign, it can be honestly more than you hear my daughter with this ice. YouTube can be more than a dollar sign. The prayers and everything that I've had for my dad has been unbelievable. I have got them on IG. I have got them on YouTube. I've one in comments, and in the comments they're praying for my dad. Guys, last week I didn't do any live concerning my dad because it was an extremely scary time for me. A lot of y'all don't know I have RN in my background, but to actually see your parent laying there and he can't even scratch his head and he's sedated is a huge something. You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna call granddaddy and tell him to come on my live. Y'all, I'm gonna see if my dad can come on live. He's still in the hospital. Hey, Marcos! Guess what, Marcos? I'm in the kitchen cooking. See, I done picked with y'all this morning. Now I'm in the kitchen cooking now. But my baby's getting ready to call my dad. Hey, Cassie Boo! He gonna call my dad and see if my dad can come on live. So a lot of y'all wasn't in when I started. To let you know what I'm getting ready to cook, and I'm doing stir fry, guys. I need to stir fry. I see my dad's gonna answer. Hello. Hey, Daddy. All right, you sleep? I'm on live. Pop on live for a second. I'm on live for my YouTube. Pop on live for a second. When you see me when I'm on live on YouTube, pop on for a second. Okay. You're going to have to hang up from there now. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Hold on. My dad is in the hospital still, but he's getting ready to come on live with us. You won't see him, but you will see when he pop up on the thing. I think it just said Mac. I can't remember what my dad... I can't remember what it says, but I'll let you know when it's my dad. Carter, he's doing so much better. He started bleeding, and guys, that was scary. For a week, he was bleeding. They didn't know, and they still don't know where the bleeding was coming from. But they have found out. I knew what it was. Everybody asked me, "What the heck? You are not a doctor?" I don't know. I stopped at RN, but I knew exactly what was wrong. I told him what was wrong. The doctor looked at me like crazy. I'm like, there is something in Coumadin that his body cannot hold. So that Coumadin is not what he needs. They stopped off after I talked to the doctor on FaceTime that morning. They stopped the Coumadin, and guess what? The bleeding stopped. Tell me, girlfriend, don't know what you're doing. So I'm waiting to see when he pop on. But that's why y'all get him a quick hey. And I know, guys, next week my daddy be home because Tuesday he's supposed to come home. Trying to see. I know he's trying to find it because hi, Hype 3. Y'all, I do have some of my students will pop in. They see me on and they'll pop in. But Lisa, let me tell you something. I still have my days of grateful and gratitude. And I'm going to tell you now, Lisa, I have your name and Virgo name down for my thankful and my gratitude. My last day is something totally different. But I'm late. Once again, I got to record it. But on my list for today, guys, my gratitude and grateful, and it was both of them, was Lisa, y'all. That's who my today was. Well, still is because I still got to record it. So, Lisa, you will see that video where I am thanking, and Lisa, thank you so much. Y'all, when I say you can have, okay, it's just like what she said that you don't have to rush it. I try my best to get it on because I know me. Because working with so many other challenges, and last night I had the bar cart challenge, and I had my 20-year-old. I'm so you said 19-year-old, now he's 20. He had to move my breakfast room around because all my plants were still outside, and they said, okay, Georgia's having a freeze warning. So guess what? Yes, I had to stop, reroute everything, and bring my plants in. So I'm not sure if y'all heard of a 5-finger plant. I had no room for it in my house, so it's in the car garage. So hopefully it'll be all right. Trying to see. Yes, you did, Carter. Lisa, let me tell you something. You can say all up and down you didn't do anything, but let me tell you something. A prayer these days and time, and you know we about the same age, sis. Prayers these days and time with so many things that's going on in the world, that's a lot. That's a lot. Because I tried to get my husband to understand his birthday is tomorrow. He'll be 46, 47. He'll be 40. I'm 45. He'll be 47 tomorrow. No, we a year and so, look at that. I don't even know my own husband's birthday. See that? I don't even know how my own husband is. He'll be 46 tomorrow. But I tried to get him to understand that you can't have anybody praying over you. That is the worst thing ever, having anybody pray over you. Because everybody is not going to pray that positive prayer over you. And I will say, I have had positive prayers. God answered prayers. Because looking at my dad, because I text Lisa, hey, daddy, y'all, that's my daddy. Hey, daddy. That's my dad right there. Just popped on, guys. Daddy, I'm cooking something. Of course, it's Sean's birthday, but you know I'm bringing some of this for you tomorrow. But guys, prayers answer so many different things. Because I was talking to my dad yesterday. He didn't realize how bad it was for me standing there to look at my dad, because my dad knows. I was standing right there when my mom passed away. And my mom passed away on Mother's Day of all days. My mom passed away on Mother's Day. And I was standing right there with my mom's hand in my hand. So I told my dad, I said, you know what? Mama changed a lot of things within me. I would tell anybody I was grown. I was paying my own mortgage, had my own car. My kids was growing up. My kids didn't want to need for anything. But at 36 years old, guys, I grew up. standing there to hear your mom say, I've been waiting on you, and boom, she's gone. And when you get ready to go to her house, everything is there except her. Guys, it's something. That's why I said, stop taking YouTube so serious. Yeah, I was like, why they took my hours? I didn't say, well, you know what? They took my hours. I'm going to shoot up. What? Let me don't say that too loud, Lord Jesus. I'm going to do something or I'm going to quit. No, you can't quit. Looking at my dad coming through all this medicine, guys, my dad kept telling me the same thing. And my dad is on here. He knows. I'm like that anchor to the family. I'm one, I don't know what it is. And my dad and I have been talking about it so many times. He said I was born with a veil over my face or something like that. If I see something, I'ma tell you. And it's because I see it. If it's a negative something, I'm gonna tell you. I told my sister one night, she was leaving work, she's a nurse. I told her, I said, whatever route that you take to go home, don't drive that route. Go a different route because I feel something. She didn't listen to me. When she got home, she called me. She said, I don't know what you called me about because I said over hours something from you, but I hit a deer. I said, I saw it. My dad knows years ago, my oldest one, I think my oldest one's probably 2. I told my dad, I say, Daddy, you're driving from Columbia all the way here, back and forth from work. Daddy, stop. I had a dream that you hit a pecan tree. I am so happy my daddy took heed to what I said, because the next night, guys, my daddy was coming back from work and fell asleep right in the same area. But only God woke him up to keep that car on the road. So it's just like some people say, oh, you know what? You believe in roots and all that. I don't believe in any of that stuff. But when you feel something and you don't say something, that's the biggest regret that I have, and my dad knows it, that I have on me. That I did not tell my mom not to have this surgery. My dad knows before there, a lot of y'all saw the video when they airlift my dad to North Carolina. We had to talk when I got to the hospital earlier that day. I said, Daddy, see, as cause it happens everywhere. See, I told my dad, I say, Daddy, I told you when we buried Mama May 12th, 2011, that I was never going to hold my mouth back from anything that I feel deep down in my soul. I said, Daddy, I didn't open my mouth to Mama, and Mama is no longer here with us. From the bottom of my heart, it is telling me that you need to go to Duke University. You need to go to that hospital. I'm not trying to tell all my daddy business, but it's just like you can be a walking testimony. And they tell me that often, that I'm a walking testimony. But y'all don't want my meat to burn. But I told my dad when we were sitting there, I said, Daddy, go to that hospital, see what those doctors are going to say, and we're going to go from there. We're going to take the baby steps to get to the big step, to see what God has in plan. You don't try to plan your plan. Let God put your path there. Let God be your life. Just like they say, let God be your pilot, your pilot to your flight. See, looking at my dad when they pull up with the rescue squad at the airport, because at first we all thought that he was going to be airlifted with a helicopter. Well, he wasn't. My dad was considered a critical patient. Only God see where he is now. My dad is up walking around in the hospital. He has a whole new, to sit there, guys. I don't want to get teary-eyed and know nothing because I'm not trying to hold it. But to see my dad last Monday laying there, and he didn't even know if he was there or not. But my dad has what they call an LVAD. It's a heart for a heart. It's a machine. But my dad was totally didn't know if he was in this world or not. But to see there, the looking at his heart steady pounding. That's God. How they put all these people and create to put something together as a machine that can be your heart. And to sit there where my dad couldn't even lift his hand, couldn't even say, hey, or nothing, but his heart was steady jumping. We looking at all down the front of him, tubes everywhere. It was overwhelming my sister because she's a CNA and I'm an RN, and I kind of like know all of that type of stuff. But I was like explaining to my sister what this is, what that is, what this is. But let me tell you how God works. My dad walked around for a year and a half, a little over a year and a half, with a medicine that was going to keep his heart going. I can tell you right now, last Monday, when my dad came out of surgery, when we finally went back to go see my dad had, let me tell you how many bags of medicine, 12 bags of medicine hooked up to him. Guess how many bags of medicine my dad has today? 0. That's God. That ain't nobody but God. And I told my dad, I said, you know what? You went a year and a half with this medicine, 2 different heart doctors in South Carolina. I would say it, I'm not going to say what hospital it is because I don't want nobody to come after me because they don't want to come after me and mess with me because that's my daddy. But a hospital in Charleston, South Carolina, basically told us, let him go home and die. What is that to tell somebody? They told us point blank words, let him go home and die. I say, God be the glory. You're not God. We made our travel, come back to Columbia, South Carolina. He got in doctors there. There was just like, oh, the insurance will not pay for this. This machine that's in my daddy, this is over $100,000 machine that's in him. That keeping his heart, doing what he's supposed to do, all the blood circulation and everything. This one little machine is about that long, about that wide, but it does doing everything for his body. But let me tell you, one doctor said, let him die. Next doctor said, insurance won't pay for it. But let me tell you something. In baseball, it's 3 strikes, right? Let me tell you, the devil would hit the first ball and say to let him die. The devil hit the second ball and say let him, the insurance is not going to pay for it. But let me tell you, God intercept this ball on the 3rd time around. And God said, you know what? Nah, I don't let you go out there in the batters field and throw that ball, try to catch that foul. Hey, Raw, honey. And this time, I'm not going to let you rule me. So that's why when I sat there and I told my dad, I said, Daddy, let God use you. Don't let the devil. He was like, I'm not going to do it. I said, Daddy, let God use you. Let God be your power. Let God handle this. If this is for you, God is going to cover you every which way. Now, let me tell y'all, this is how they say God put you in certain places for a reason. Let me turn my meat down. And this is not the first time. My dad is still on here. He knows it's not the first time this has happened, where God placed you certain places for a reason. While my dad was there in the hospital, it was this lady, don't know me, from a piece of paper on the ground blown in the wind. But she came up and she just started talking to my daughter and I in the waiting room. Then when my sister came, she was talking to my sister. She and I got to the point where She didn't know me. I didn't know her. But when she went back to go see her 27-year-old son, I will watch her things. When I will leave to go in the back, she will watch my baby and all my stuff. Mind you guys, I got an expensive laptop there. I got all of our things. We sitting there. But she sat there and watched our things. Didn't bother nothing, no nothing. That Monday, my dad came out of surgery. She stopped and she said, well, how is your dad? I talked to her and explained. I said, well, you know what? Right now it's scary. I've never seen my dad in this position. That I said they couldn't even close up his chest. I said, and that's scary to me because that's the same thing I went through with my mom when she had surgery. They couldn't close up her chest and my mom ended up passing away. So right there it had, but I had to keep thinking out of the negative. I was like, I can't tell my dad to think to the positive if I'm going to sit here and think to the negative. So I told her, God got my dad. I said, and God has your son. I said, he's never going to put more on you than you can bear. I grew up with those words out of United Methodist Church with my grandmother, which would have been over 100 years old. I learned those words from my grandma. God will never put on you more than you can bear. Now, let me tell you, that Monday, her son couldn't move his toes. That Tuesday, the doctors was like on the if. Is he's really breathing. He was on a bypass machine. He was on some of everything. It was so much with machines that he was on, so they literally had his bed in the middle of the floor. On top of it, my dad was in room 19. He was in room 20. She looked at me and she said, I think my son is going to be all right. He is covered by God. I said, he's covered by God regardless of how we look at it or anybody else look at it. He's covered by God. God is not going to let him sit there and suffer. Hey, Mama Ray, God is not going to let him sit there and suffer. Hey, honey. Hey, TMC. So, I kid y'all not, that Wednesday, she got ready to leave the hospital. She said, you know what? I started a new job and I'm going to work. I think my son is going to hold for me. I said, well, I'm going to pray for you and I'm here. She said, I'm going to pray for you and your dad and your family. And I said, thank you. We hug each other. The next day, I went to go in the back to check on my dad. And I came back out and I look up and I was like, I thought you went to work. This was at 2:40 in the afternoon. She just looked at me and shook her head. And I don't know what it is, guys. It was just like something just came across me. And I said, God is using her right now. But he's not going to put too much on her that she can bear. 2 years prior, he had to have a whole heart transplant. In this 2 years of him going through recovering and all this, he had a beautiful little boy. The little baby God is beautiful. That Thursday, she said, when she got to the hospital, she just looked at me and shook her head. And she came over, she went in the back and she came up, she said, they just keeping him on life support until my son get from Atlanta here. Guys, at 8 o'clock, they had already told them 8 o'clock they was pulling all plugs. Y'all, I couldn't remember what to say to her, what to do. The only thing I could do is sit there and hug. Hey, Shantae, I can only sit there and just hug her. Her son was gone, 27 years old. While we were sitting in the waiting room, same week, my dad had heart surgery. It was these little young girls came in. They was from some part of North Carolina. Their sister, 22 years old, was airlifted to the same hospital my dad is at right now. The same day they moved my dad from out of ICU, 22 years old, passed away. on life support, and she passed away. The day before, in between that day before, it was another man that I would just speak to his wife, and we no long conversation, whatever. My food got stuck in the vending machine. That's how we're gonna say something to each other. But her husband, 48 years old, passed away. So I'm sitting there. My dad is still here. My dad is still back there in ICU and still holding. But in between a less than a week span, guys, 27-year-old, 22-year-old, and a 48-year-old lost their battle in the same area my dad was. I am happy. I am proud that God decided to let my dad live on. I told my dad, I told him that, because I messaged Lisa and I told her I'm going home. I told my dad, I kept repeating him because, you know, he was still in and out of the medicine. I kept saying, Daddy, I'm going home Friday. I won't be here Saturday, but I'm coming back Sunday. Now, let me tell you, my dad was so sedated, still high on all these medicines. Hey, Tammy, my dad could not remember my sister even being there that Saturday. But let me tell you how God fixed things. My dad still remembered me saying I was leaving Friday and I would be back Sunday. When I walked in, guys, when I left the hospital, they just had taken out of the breathing tube out of my dad. He was still sedated somewhat. He was not eating. When I got back there to that Sunday, guys, it wasn't nothing but God. I got back there that Sunday, and ICU, you just can't walk back there. You got to be buzzed in. The nurses tell you, yes, you can come back or not. So I sat there for an hour and a half. They said, well, we're going to come up to get you. We are taking care of something with him. So I'm looking at, I'm up on my phone. I'm up on YouTube. Yeah, I was up on YouTube. Hello, vlogging moments. Samantha, hi, welcome. I sat there and was like, what did it take us so long? Now, I'm an RN, so I already know what is taking a whole hour and a half. Right there, the devil was getting busy at me because I'm sitting there like, Lord, please don't tell me something didn't happen to my daddy. Lord, please don't tell me something happened to my daddy. So I went back up and I asked the lady, I said, well, ma'am, what is taking so long? She said, you are still here waiting? I said, yes, nobody never came up here and said just to go back there. When I walked back there, guys, and I got where my dad's room was on that side, but you had to pass by the nurse's station here. So when you pass by the nurse's station, you can kind of like look over into his window. I could only see the nurses. I could not see my dad. Usually I come through, I could see him. I could only see the nurses. When I passed by the same room that the 27-year-old passed away in, I got to my dad's room and I turned and looked in those glass doors. Guys, can you believe it? When I left there on that Friday, my dad couldn't even pick up his head. When I walked back in there Sunday, my dad was sitting up in the bed. When I say God can use you, when I say God is a believing God, when I say people don't need to do wrong because there is God, I don't like being around people that says, oh, I don't believe in God. You better find him. You better believe in him. How you think you woke up? That alarm clock didn't wake you up. When you're in an accident, that car didn't just stop to save your life. That's all God. Samantha, I'm talking about my dad right now. It was just an open, I just jump on here to talk to everybody because I was cooking. But guys, when I say God can use you, you need to learn or to believe in a God, your personal God, because I'm telling you, it was something really to see my dad like that and to walk back in there in some days, not a week, because I stayed there for a whole week with my dad. To walk back in there from me going home in one day, because I met Carter the day that I left the hospital. I stopped and Lisa and I, we saw each other, we talked to each other, had fun, we had the video, we put the video up. But from the time that I left Lisa, I called back to the hospital on the road, called back to make sure my dad was all right. My sister was there, so the nurses must have said something and she called me back. From the time that I left the hospital, guys, I must have called about 20 times. It's like well, every time I called, they knew it was me. But it went from my dad being turned down, saying to die, to my dad is walking around now, guys, with no medicine, no IVs, no bag attached to him with IV going to him. Because right up in here, he had a port for a year and a half. To now, my dad's walking around fine, laughing and all. That's nothing but God. He used us through two different doctors. One turning down, the other one saying the insurance won't pay for it. The one that my dad has, guys, costs way more than the first one. So, what was the problem? When I talked to the doctor there at the hospital in North Carolina, he said point blank, he said, let me tell you what it is. They were scared. They wasn't equipped for it. They wasn't ready to handle a case like that. He said, because I'm going to let you know right now, your dad is very critical. To where he was critical, so now he's laughing and talking. Yesterday when I called him, he said, I challenged myself. The nurses got mad, but I challenged myself. He said, I peeked out of my room window, my room door, and looked down at the nurses station, and I went to push myself to see if I can walk to the nurses station by myself. The nurses was mad, and I told my dad, I said, you talking to a nurse, Dad, you know you're not supposed to do that. That's a high liability. That's part of HIPAA. But he said, baby girl, I did it. I walked to that nurse's station and came back by myself. There at the hospital, after you have surgery, they have the walker so you don't be limbed over because you have to stand straight up because of having open heart surgery. So they have them where you walk and you up like that. He called me day before. He said, guess what? And I'm like, what, Daddy? He said, how about I walk all the way around and I didn't even have to have a walk. It was just me and the nurse. I said, see, Daddy, look at God. So I have this machine supposed to give him 75% of his life back. So how do I calculate 75 years? He gonna see my great grands. That's how I calculate 75% more of life. I don't have any children now. Grandchildren, and I don't want none. Too young for that. I'm 45, and them better make bring no grandkids here. But I am blessed that my dad would be here to him to see in the next 25 years for me to get my first grand. So, guys, believe in God. I'm telling you, it's just how they say God can be a miraculous God. God can be a proven God. It's just something. God, to me, God is a miracle. That's how I look at it. As sick as I have been, in 2015, I was a supervisor for Amazon. Got sick on the job, left Amazon, drove all the way on the interstate, all the way home. Okay, Tammy. I drove all the way home to get to my house and couldn't even reach my hands up to hit the car garage button to pull in the car garage. On top of it, I went completely out for about 45 minutes. My car was in drive, and only the grace of God kept my foot on the brakes. Because if my foot would have slipped, I would have ran straight into the car garage, straight into my house. I ended up staying in the hospital for a month. So when I say God can use you, He used you in so many different ways, but people are so quick to give up, just like this YouTube thing. They take your hours. So what? When they take your hours and mess up your hours at work, what you gonna do? Quit? Tammy, I'm telling you, and let me tell you, during the whole month that I was in the hospital, guess who was right there for me? My daddy. My daddy left his house in a whole nother town, whole nother county, to come stay at my house with my kids the month that I was in the hospital. So even if that wouldn't have happened, I'm going to be there for my daddy. I was there for my mama. I was there for my mama all the way until her last breath. I'm going to be there. And I told somebody, I think it was on one of my grateful, when I talked about my parents, I think it was day 2 or 3. When I talked, no, it was 2, 3, and 4. I joined those two together because I put my mom and dad on my grateful video together. I tell you this, your parents are just like no other humans. You're going to have bad days with them and you're going to have good days with them. The biggest thing when it comes down to me and my family, I have mouth, I have attitude. I'm going to tell you what's on my mind, and that's it. That's it with me. I have, so my daddy started to say, look, daddy, it's this way. My mama, the same way. But at the beginning and end of the day, guess what? They knew I was saying it because that's what's in my heart. I'm not one of them tongue biters where you say, oh, I'm so sorry I said that to you. No. My grandmama always say what you mean, and don't, when you done say it out your, think about it first. When you roll it off your tongue, that's it. You can't apologize, they already heard it. So I am one. Had to wash my hands. I am one. I think about whatever I'm gonna say before I say it. And once I've said it, that's it. I let it go. I try to explain that same thing with my husband. To say what you got to say. And I'm one, when I'm in a rage, I really say what I got to say. I say what I got to say, and I really let go. And I'm one. I've always been that one, even in kindergarten. Is one of my kindergarten teachers told my husband how I was. Oh, she used to rule the playground. That's me. I'm 45 and I'm still the same way. So, guys, don't get this YouTube thing with these hours be a bother to you. We go through trials and tribulations every single day. We cannot give up on something that was put in front of us, and we're going to just give up on it. I'm trying to see right now, my hours has fixed. See, guys, they took my hours away last night. Was it last night? Well, 2 days ago, I looked and my watch time went down to, and this is the tracker, YT tracker. My hours had dropped down to 2022. I have been back on the forward watching them. This morning, when I was on Team Geo, I said, well, look like I got some of my hours back. Not all of them, but I have some of them back. I have not looked at my hours since this morning, guys. My hours this morning was 2,700 something. I got it written down upstairs. But look, can y'all see that? Look at my watch time now. It's going up. I don't have all of my hours back, but see how fast that everybody is still saying that they're quitting. But little by little, my hours are coming back. It's not on the other side. Oh my God, my bar card is doing good, guys. I'm gonna tell you the ones that I have on my phone that I watch my things with. I do YT Studio and the Tracker. I use both of those, but let me tell you what I noticed. Both of them supposed to be YouTube, but when I went on my analytic page, you know, all this stuff is so new now. Because one thing I don't like is now the comments. I'm so used to seeing all my comments right there. You got to click it. It's so small. Look, everybody eyes don't do that. But I went on the analytic page and it said my hours were down. Well, one of them I did a test run because everybody was talking about it, and that is my reason is leaving. Sometimes this is what I heard that people have been. You know what? In life, there's a rules. We have rules since the day we were born. So I don't know why they're going off of that. If you're on your job and your job said, well, you know what? You're not going to be working on this wing. You're going to work on that wing. What you going to do? Tell them you quit? So rules, that's what life is. Life are rules. So I don't know why so many people going on about that. Life is rules. On top of it, when you get ready to go on the road, are you going to drive on the left side? Or are you going to follow the rules and drive on the right side? Because you drive on the left side, guess what's going to happen? You're not going to be here. If you go in Walmart and don't go by the rules and you go in there and pick up a whole big old 70-inch TV and walk out the door, what's the rules is you must pay. So what you going to do? Go to jail? So, I mean, there are rules. If you eat a T-bone steak, the rule is you must chew it. Are you going to swallow it? No, you're going to choke and die. So I don't know why people get all twisted and tied up over rules. Life is nothing but rules. And if you can't handle those rules, you can't handle nothing. So it's no, why you gonna go on and on about that? Life is just plain rules. It's rules to a woman having a child. Every one of us that's living, breathing, talking, our moms had to go through rules. Don't drink this. Don't do this. Don't take too much salt. Don't take another sugar. Oh, now it's time to have a baby. On 1, 2, 3, you got to push. Hold it for 10. Those are rules. So I don't know why they're going so much on and on about YT rules. Why? It's no need. Things are always subject to change. Growing up, my mom used to drink the soda Tab. They went off the market. They went off the market, believe it or not, for 27 years. Tab just came back on the market about 4 years ago. So what are you gonna do? My mom was living when they was on the shelf. She wasn't living when they came back. It's rules. They found out it wasn't selling well. So now it's back. So I don't know why so many is going on and on about rules. Life is rules. What you gonna do? Dig a hole and jump in? So, I mean, the only thing I said, people don't like change, but guess what? It's change happen every day. Time change. During this 5 o'clock, it used to be here in Georgia. I could go until 9:15 at night and be outside in the sun up. Here it is now at 5:05. It's pitch black dark here. Those are rules. The time change. Those are rules. I haven't seen not one person say, oh, I don't like when the time changed. So you know what? I'm a go by how it was all before. Okay, you go by it. Because you're going to be either late or too early for your job. And the too early may be a good thing because they're probably late anyway to work all the time. So rules are going to be rules. I mean, it's just like a subdivision when I was living in Columbia. I did not like the rules to the subdivision. It was my choice that I did not like the rules. Exactly, Tammy, you won't have a job. In this subdivision, the rules is like a freaking Bible. But guess what? I didn't like the rules of that subdivision. So did I buy a house in that subdivision? No, I did not. I took my happy-go-lucky and went to another subdivision that I could deal with their HOA rules. Because I'm not going to call you and ask you, can I cook out on my grill? No, that's too much. If I'm already paying the mortgage, paying HOA, you don't tell me what to do on my household. So with that, I was like, nope, too many rules. I'm going somewhere else. Point blank, if you feel like YT changed rules, it was rules before you came on. It's be rules while you're here. And doggone it, you decide to leave, it's still gonna be rules. The only thing you're gonna do is sit there and go click back on stuff on there and gonna end up coming back. And then you're gonna say, I decided to come back. You shouldn't have left in the beginning. Now guess what? You could be gone for 6 months. It's gonna be coming up to your anniversary, depending on when you left. So you're gonna be out of all those hours in between there. So guess what? You still didn't do yourself no justice. And when you come back, then it's gonna be even more. You complaining, they complain about the 4,000 hours now. What in the world are they gonna do January 1st when it's 10,000? What are you gonna do? So I guess whole YouTube's gonna shut down. I think not. Michael Warburg, he wants his money. That's why you only get anything that you get. That's why the what is it called? When you on live after you monetize, that you can get the money. I was gonna talk to Lisa about it. She's probably gone. But when you get that money, come to find out, Michael Warburg, he's trying to really be greedy. When you in a live chat and they steady giving you money, guess what? He get 33% of that money. That's crazy. Somebody give you a $2 chat, you only get $1 and about 30 cents out of it. For what? You the one decided to buy YouTube. That's your problem. But no, it's just like the Consumer Report. He pushes off to us. He gonna get his coins. This boy here lives in a $5.9 million home. He gonna get his coins. He got a child. He got a new wife. He want his coins. And who coins do he want? The one that doing the live chats and paying. The ones that, good night, Daddy. See you tomorrow. Love you. I didn't know my dad was still here, guys. But yeah, this man wants his money. Daddy say good night, everybody. But this man, he wants his money, and he's gonna get his money. He's gonna get his money either which way, whether you quit YouTube or not. He gonna still get his money. This man don't just own YouTube. Yeah, that was my daddy. And y'all, I only use Grill Master seasons. I use no other season but Grill Master. And I know the whole time that we've been on here, I know my husband back there lurking somewhere, probably on patrol and back there looking somewhere in the live. But it's rules everywhere. And I mean, you just got to go accordingly. You can't run from everything. You can't run for everything. So I don't know why they're getting upset about the rules, but rules gonna be rules. There's no way around that. And I don't have a problem with it. I mean, it's just like they should have told us where to find this stuff at now, because it was kind of like hard to find some of the stuff. But the analytic side, I kind of like, yes. Let me tell you how deep I am with GrillMate. Hey, my girl. This is how much I love GrillMate. You see this? I have, that's the Applewood, Mesquite, This is the one of the new ones. That's the honey hickory. Oh, that's another honey hickory. And the sweet smoky. I love Grill Master. I'm telling you. I buy all of them, but because my kids cook too, I decided to stop buying the big ones because, and let me tell you, just because they say rub, it's the same seasoning. I went online to look through that to come to find out the rub is the exact same seasoning. So I now buy the big one and it's the rub. So I buy it that way now. I don't worry about it saying rub because at the beginning and end of the day you can consume it anyway. So see, I don't know what I want to else to put in this. I was gonna put onions in it. Let me let y'all sneak peek. Hey, Sister Fifi. Let me let y'all sneak peek while I was talking to y'all what it looks like now. Can you see that? That is what it's looking like. So one of my kids already ate. The other one is still doing keto. So he will eat this though. He looks at everything. He lost Tammy, I'm cooking pork stir fry. Hey girl, let me tell you, I was gonna call you. I have been so messed up trying to get films and being back on the front on the road. When you put a thing on, y'all, I'm going through a seizure. That's why I'm trying to talk and go through. I go through seizures having lupus. Um, when I saw you left a message today, I was going to text you, but end up me going around and messing around. I end up not messing you, Marilyn. But oh, you asked what's on the menu? I'm doing pork chop stir fry, pork chops and bear peppers. That's why I'm cooking. Because hubby birthday is tomorrow, so I'm cooking this for the kids tonight, which it's 10:30 now. Probably just my daughter eat. So, hey Google, turn off. I'm tired of hearing Google. Um, Tomorrow morning I get up real early and cook my husband breakfast, and then after that, I will be on the road.
Sorry,
you see,
can't help with that yet.
You see, Google out of Google and Siri, I never heard. Now, y'all, I don't know if they gonna get me if I do this, but y'all, Google Home. My kids and I was playing with it one day. Let me tell y'all the dumb thing this thing would do. Hey Google, call Santa. This thing is the craziest thing. Wait a minute, y'all probably can't hear. Hey Google, turn off.
Okay. Call again later, if you like.
Wait a minute, I got to make it go up. Hey Google, turn sound to 10. Hey Google, call Santa. Y'all listen to this foolishness.
Happy holidays, North Pole Switchboard, connecting you to Santa.
I heard this and I was like, are you serious, Google?
Santa, a phone call.
A phone call? Well,
That's supposed to be Santa Claus, y'all.
hello there. You
It'll call the Easter Bunny, all kind of foolishness.
To get ready for the big Elf Stock show. But I can't decide.
He was singing all kind of stuff. I was like, what was Google really thinking?
Between me and you.
And I was just like, I put on my Facebook, I said, now, all y'all parents talking about the kids can't call Santa, get a Google Home. They can call Santa. And they can't tell them what they're on the list. That's all he's going to tell you right there. That thing is crazy.
Great. I have a few questions for you.
Now
What's
what?
your favorite thing up in the sky? The sun or the moon?
The sun.
Oh, it's brilliant. We see a lot of it here in the North Pole during June. That's a science fact. Try this question. Which would make a better lead singer? A beeping robot or a talking bird?
A talking bird.
Oh,
My kids can find some of
I
everything
ask
on this
birds for
thing.
directions all the time. Okay, I just have one more question. Which would you rather listen to? A fire truck or a sled?
A sleigh.
I had a little trouble understanding you.
I didn't
Could
say
you
it
try
right.
again?
A fire truck.
They're wonderful. Big
Now
and
watch
red.
the what I answered. This crazy thing is gonna make a song out of it. I've never seen so craziness. And I think I got this thing a year ago. My son bought it for me for my birthday. Because when I'm downstairs cooking it, I always have music playing.
Would you lay down
And my husband fried my other one. So this thing is crazy. You can ask about the Easter bunny. See, listen now. Let me stop for the copyright me. Hey Santa. Hey Google. Turn off. Lord, let me stop for that.
Okay, thanks for calling.
Oh no, Tammy, let me tell you. Wait, my phone right here in front of me. I actually was talking to Siri the other day. I asked Siri if they like Google. Guess what Siri told me? I'm not familiar with who that is. I don't know if Google. Hey Google, do you like Siri?
Full respect. Being an assistant is hard work.
See, usually, like if I miss and say Google and I'm talking to Siri, one day Google told me, why are you trying to contact them? They're beneath me. I'm sitting there like, are you serious? And then on top of it, I was asking Siri, I think it was Saturday, was Home Goods still open? You know, she took a big deep breath in between. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. You don't supposed to be taking a deep breath talking to me. I'm like, these things are a little bit too much. I understand that it's somebody on the other end that they did pre-recorded or whatever, but you don't take no deep breath with me because you start taking deep breaths. I look at the phone, thank God it was, I think I had it up here on the bar. Honey, I look back at my phone, my daughter fell out laughing. I'm like, you don't take no deep breath in the middle of telling me if the store open or closed. I think I asked Siri what time Home Goods closed. And it was like, Home Goods on Washington Way closes at 10 o'clock. What you took a deep breath for? You real? I told my husband when he came home, I said, I think I need the iPhone 11 quick. I said, because this 10 it's taking deep breath now. I don't think nobody should take a deep breath using it but me. That's crazy. These phones here are stupid crazy. And on top of it, guys, we pay all this money for these iPhones. Don't you know we spent 2 days, a total of 5.5 hours in iPhone the other day in Apple. My daughter's phone just went on a complete fritz. Yes, a whole complete attitude. I'm telling these crazy. The stuff that we pay for. Tammy, I was tempted to change it to the mail, the German mail, but I didn't want to ask my kids to do it. But Siri can be some. Google often will say something about, I don't know if I know they asked it, did they like it or something? Hey Google, do you like Siri?
Siri seems funny.
See that? Oh, it tried to be short and sweet. Siri sounds funny. Hello? What is? Hey Siri, do you like Google?
I'm all Apple all the time.
See that? Now she gonna dodge. She can tell me I'm all Apple all the time. She gonna try to dodge the bullet. These talking phones, y'all. Put this thing on the charger. These things here, I'm like, these phones. Look at that, y'all. I have the wireless. Oh, let me tell you. If y'all have a Five Below, and I don't call it Five Below, I call it Five High because it's supposed to be Five Below as the name. Kind of find out some things in there $10. Now watch I make my daughter. Amber, you gonna cook rice? I know JJ eating cauliflower rice. Wait a minute, y'all. Let me get this cauliflower rice. No, you need y'all. My son is keto. If y'all know about the keto diet or a part of the keto diet, I was buying cauliflower rice from Walmart and wait a minute, Tammy, shut up. You know it's not supposed to answer nobody else's voice but yours. It don't supposed to answer to nobody. Now let me tell you, my iPhone, this bad boy here, costs $1,300. Now let me tell you, this thing here does the dumbest things ever. I'm to the point, if it wasn't being a YouTuber and my kids taught my husband into go ahead and buy the phone, I would go back to Android. I'm an Android because on here, on the face recognition, you only supposed to open the phone with that person's face and the eyes must be open. So why my husband pick up my phone, it automatically clicks on the screen and he put his face in my phone open up. I'm pretty sure I don't look like my husband. I'm a straight black girl. He is a biracial man. He's a man and I'm a woman. He has no hair. I have hair. I was Android until I got this phone in March. I was totally an Android person. And do I still have my, wait a minute, y'all. Amber, what are you doing? You better get off that PlayStation and put this stuff up in these bags. You only have them, dear Lord. You only have them. But I can't, do I remember Microsoft? I can't remember Microsoft. You talking about, I remember the phone you talking about. I'm sorry. I am still game Android. I'm game Android. You give me the Android 10, I'm good. I'm good. Cause this sister here, this sister, brother, aunt, uncle, cousin, y'all, them iPhones are crazy. They expensive, crazy phones. The only thing is, I was talking to somebody, that's a YouTuber, and she was uploading her video from iMovie going over to YouTube, and guess what? The thing lost her whole video in space, in cyberspace somewhere. And I told her, I said, you know what? This happened to me. Your whole video. And thank God I started learning, if you have an iPhone and you are using your iMovie through your phone, please email your video to yourself. Don't upload it through your phone because it'll get lost somewhere out there in cyberspace. And if you have it, sometimes it'll glitch. I can't remember what video I have. It's on. It glitched. I couldn't redo the video, and it glitched my video. So I didn't know it was like that. It was like kind of like spaced out in a way. It glitched it up. But sending it through the airways from your iPhone over to, I don't know if it's the phone or if it's YT. I don't know which one it is, but I know it messed me up. Where hers, it was stuck. She never found the video again and never uploaded. Happened, she saved it on her phone, and okay, Marilyn. She ended up saving it through her phone and it went to her email. And she was like, it's on my email and I don't know what to do. I said, just go to YT, and it's very, very easy to do it. If you own YT, go to your analytic page and go to the community tab. I think it is. And go in there and whatever needs to be in your description, if you would put your disclaimer and all of that stuff in there, you can put all of that in there. So it's much easier for me to do on my video, edit it on my phone, and then send it over to my email. When I send it from my email to YT, I don't have to put all of the disclaimer and my son did my intro, all of that stuff. I don't have to do any of that because it's already in there. But when you do it from your phone, you got to put all that stuff. I have a gold copy paste put in it. I don't have time for all of that. So iPhones can be good, but Android, I don't know why Android won't do it. And the thing about this, the crazy part, all of the parts for an iPhone, they're Android parts. All iPhone parts, Android buy. All the iPhone parts, they buy from Android. And a lot of people don't know that. But you just pay for the name, that Apple. That's all you paying for. I took all my rings off. But do I like the phone? It's all right. I mean, it's nothing that I would go and jump a cartwheel for. Android is so much better. It's quicker, it's faster, and a lot of people don't know that the Android phone is always newer than the iPhone. If you have an iPhone, like I'm getting ready to get the 11 Pro Max, that phone is behind the Android 9. So if you have the Android 9, it's way ahead of the 11, and the 11 just came out a few months ago. And now, so the only downfall is Android got to come up and put some iMovie or some A-movie or something like that on their phone. So for YouTubers, and if they do that, they're gonna suck at me. I'm going back. All this MacBook, and I just told my we were in Apple when I was getting my daughter phone because her phone just they send the update to her phone, and what? I have a PC, and after the update, wow, oh my gosh! And let me tell you, my daughter's phone, she has the iPhone. It's an XS. The SX Aura, $1,000 phone. How about it sent it to her to update her phone, and guess what that update did? Fried out her phone. Had it stuck, wouldn't move. She was at school and it went out at 11:52. She got home after 3 o'clock and the phone was still stuck like that. So I went from Sprint, and one Sprint sent me to the other Sprint. Hi, Tori. I went from one Sprint to the other Sprint. I'm great. How are you? So when I got to the other Sprint with the technician, he gonna tell me, "Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now. Nope, you need to take this to Apple." So I'm like, I done drove from my town all the way to Augusta, which is 35 minutes away. Now I done drove to now let me tell you what crazy what I did. I had to end up driving back home because I forgot my wallet and everything, because I still had my wallet and stuff that I take when I go to the hospital. So I had to turn around and come all the way back to my town, a whole nother 35 minutes to go back over to. It was a mess. But when I got there, they're going to tell me, well, this is not Sprint. I said, well, this is where we purchased the phone from. It was like, no, you have to take the phone over to Apple. So everything's up under my husband's name, and I don't be asking, he paid the bill. I don't be asking for all this other stuff. So the next morning we went to Apple. We stayed in Apple. Well, it was the afternoon. We stayed in Apple till an hour after they closed. All to find out that my daughter's phone with the new update, it fried all the memory inside her phone, and she had to get a new phone. So It's not all the way cracked up to be. I can honestly say the whole entire time I was on an Android phone, I never had a problem. I never had not one stitch of problem with my phones. I still have the original Galaxy 3. That's the phone that with iPhones you have to pay for a lot of services. Um, no, we don't. I, Tammy, I was mad, but no, on iPhone we have the unlimited plan, and it's all three phones: my husband's phone, my phone, and my daughter's phone. I think my husband paid like $250 a month for all of our phones, and we're totally unlimited. So the only thing is, and my kids was telling me, which I don't even care about it, the ringtones they have now where there are free ringtones that you can use, but it's all about the copyright. But my phone never rings. I never have the ringer on. I just look at it, it'll notify me with the flasher will flash. We are with Sprint PCS, which my husband hates it because he is a police officer, and some of the places that he go, it will not pick up. And of course, they have to have all the backup and all of that crazy stuff. But he was just like, we going to Verizon. I'm sitting there like, but I can't complain because he pays the bill and all of that. But I was with Sprint previously for 18 years, and I never had a problem out of Sprint. I mean, none at all. But it's because where he is, and I know here in the house, sometimes we'll lose service. So when we come home now, we just have everything on Wi-Fi. We have 3 different Wi-Fi systems all in one. So they have it broken up in 3 different ways. So the kids is on all this PlayStation stuff. So it is on one side of the Wi-Fi. All of the phones and the computers are up on another side, and then the TVs is up on another side. So that makes it a little bit better. But the biggest thing I just noticed, sometimes we don't pick up in the house, and that's not good. I have been in the middle of editing and sending over to emails, and it just quit. Marilyn just clicked off. She said she was uploading, editing, but I have been on the phone with her, and everything just quits. So it's crazy. Now, y'all, if I tell my daughter one more time to get her butt out of that den and put this stuff up, y'all gonna see a whole nother side of me up in here. Amber, now. You only have them, dear Lord. You only have them. But yeah, with me, I rather Android. Yeah, we didn't pay anything. All of our phones have warranty on it, and they just go with my daughter's phone. It was the phone itself. It had nothing to do with the network system. It was the phone itself. So we sat there, and the only thing they went in the back, they got a new iPhone for her. They came back, and then she tried to program, got the program. My husband had to call over to Sprint, and we walked out the door. So we didn't have to pay anything because and nobody trying to pay no $200 if something happened. I always tell them, my husband, he's a real safe person, because when I met him, he was still on the iPhone 6, I think it was. And at that point, I think the 9 was already out. So he's on the 10. We have the same phone, the iPhone Pro Max, and I have the rose gold. You probably can't see that, but I have the rose gold one. So the biggest thing that all that stuff, I don't know where you left it down here, because all of that stuff goes upstairs. But if it wasn't for recording and stuff and not have to have laptop everywhere you go, instead of you taking MacBook here, MacBook there, MacBook, do it all on your phone. That's the only thing that it really helps out with. And make sure those bags go in the trash to the can. Y'all, wait a minute. Come here. Y'all, my daughter has lupus also.
I just braid it like a
And she had no hair. Turn around.
It's a side braid.
This is her hair now, guys, and she is totally natural. Her hair was probably about that long, and she is totally natural, and she's been totally natural for 2 years. JJ have the 7 plus, right? He just have the 7.
He has the X. That's S.
He got the same thing you got?
I have the R. He has the S.
Okay. See, I don't even know the difference. See that? I just know the only thing I know about the 11, he got 3 cameras on the back. That's all I know.
I can't wait to see it.
Well, you gotta wait because it's not time for us to get new phones. Now get those bags and go upstairs. Goodbye. You need y'all, this is what I was telling y'all about the cauliflower rice. I was paying so much for cauliflower rice. My 20-year-old, he's keto, and he stick to keto. I mean, stick to it. I was paying $4 and something a bag at Walmart. Look at God. Look at Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree got these for $1, and he said they taste absolutely the same. And this one is a 12-ounce bag, and the one at Walmart was a 14-ounce bag, and I was paying way more than that. So I went the other night. He opened up one. He ate one. He was like, "Mama, where did you get the cauliflower rice from?" I said, "I got it from Dollar Tree." And the Dollar Tree, I'm like in between so many of them. What you mean? Oh, wait a minute. I want to go get the iPhone XR. Amber, which one? I'm talking to Miss Tammy. Which one she should get, the XR or go ahead and get the 11? She said you need to go ahead and get the 11. What you have, the XR?
Yeah, she must get the 11 because the R is not all that good.
Yeah, she said the XR is not good in camera, and it's small. It is so small, guys. Huh? Bring me your phone. Now I'm gonna show you the difference in the size of her phone and mine. Both of our phones in cases, so I guess it'd be kind of like the same. When my husband and I went on. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the difference in the size, and then I'm gonna show you something that's 5 below that I found. Good, that's good exercise. Come on here. So my daughter has the XR. This is the XR, and I have. Oh, you like the smaller version? No, the max will fit in your pocket. Believe me. That's the difference in the size. Hey, Blended. Hey, Boo Boo. But that's the difference in the size, and this is her phone. And see the difference? So Tammy, it's a difference.
Mine's thinner and yours is just
And also, her iPhone is thinner. Her phone is so super thin, and my phone is not that thin. I have mine on, it's called a safety case or something like that, and hers is in one of the little. Oh, hers easy to come out the case. Mine is not. But see, that thing is so small. But I am blessed that her phone act up. Hi, Miss Dorothy. When her phone act up, I can honestly say Apple was real good. They test the phone, and they don't even have to go on your phone. They just scan and boom, they got all information. I thought about the 8 plus.
our Apple Care goes on. So when we get our phone, yes,
Apple Care. What is that?
it's where how my phone was.
See, I don't know nothing, y'all. My 16-year-old got to tell me.
How my phone was messed up when it was Apple and they just gave me a new phone. If we didn't have Apple Care, I would have been stuck with the phone or I'd have had to pay for it.
Oh, you know your daddy gonna pay for all that stuff.
Yes, he has to update that.
Yeah. Oh, we're talking about the iPhones, the different iPhones. Oh, we done had testimony. Blended. My daddy done been on here and everything. Yeah. I think she got the dark gray or whatever. Oh, she got the black. I got the 10 Pro Max, and I have the champagne goldish color. Um, See there, I'm gonna chop my daughter. It's gold. Um, I'm getting the 11, and it's time for us to upgrade phones in March. Nope. Oh, you want the red? That's the color my husband wants. He want the 11. Amber, didn't you tell your dad that the one he want does not come in the Pro? Yeah, the 11 only comes in just the solid red. It's not the Pro. So the 11 and it's not the Pro Max is the one that is bigger. But it comes in what color? Gold, silver, and green. Wait a minute. The regular 11. Oh, it's a lot of colors that come in 11. So yeah, go to the 11. Don't go to the XR because the XR, I'm telling you, well, her phone, because about almost 2 months ago, they sent all of the 13.1 upgrades. It was so many upgrades where hers, it ended up frying out her phone. So, hi. So, with her phone, my phone and my husband, he's the one, he don't care if he don't update the phone. I was like, you better update the phone. But where I can tell you this, Tammy, on the iPhone 10, you can get iPhone 10, which is the XR, I think, too. I don't know all them phones. So what is it? So is it just a regular 10? Okay, well, get the 11, the regular 11. Oh Lord. Oh, the heat finished right over my head. Lord. Um, oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Cool Jen. Hey. I'm so sorry, Tammy. Cause you on my IG, right, Tammy? But what I was gonna tell y'all, with the iPhone, it's Androids too, where they have the wireless charger and it's the round way you just sit your phone on it. Let me tell you, I just happened to go into Five Below, which is Five High, messaged me on IG. I went in there and I found this, guys, and it actually worked. I found that. Y'all, and the only thing you do is take your phone and sit your phone on it. You got to have the card because the card, you have to buy that separately. But all together, look at me, I'm trying to plug it back up. All together is $12. But for iPhones, those bad boys are $100 inside in Sprint, and it works so well, guys. It works so well. I tried it last night, and it charged my phone with no problem at all. So if y'all have a Five Below, but guess what? In my truck, I do have where you can just sit the phone down and it'll charge. It's a little compartment. You just put your phone in there and it'll charge by itself. But in the back, my kids forever fighting with. Oh wow. See, I don't know what it is. I am so close to Target. And when I was living in South Carolina, I used to go to Target dang near every day. And I don't know what it is since we've been here. I don't even go to Target. My kids be like, Mom, I want to go to Target. I'm like, what you going to Target for? I hate Walmart. I go to Walmart only because my son worked there and I have to go pick him up. But Target, I don't know what it is. I don't care for it. And I am an ambassador for the at-home store, which I have email that I got 3 days ago that I could go do for the at-home store for the Christmas season. But it's just like I'm so stuck on Ross and Home Goods. But I have to, because I'm an ambassador for the area, I have to do whatever at home sent over here for me to do. So I have to do that stuff with them. But at Target, I don't know. I don't go to Target, but at Five Below, it's still $5. And you know the craziest thing here, Five Below and Target is side by side. And I just don't go in Target. And they always talk about the Target spot. There's so many nice things in Target spot. I just don't go in Target. I go right down the street, the Marshalls and the Ross and all that, and I go right on back out. Go by Chick-fil-A, go by Starbucks, and I head right on out. I never go there. So I don't know. Maybe I need to start doing my little things. Maybe I do a recording on okay, Tammy, let me tell you. I'm going to tell you because I am an ambassador for at home, and what I can definitely tell you, if they don't reach out to you to work with them, I got reached out to by the at home store on IG. Or as my daughter say, Mama, you old. They don't say IG, it's the gram. Well, they reach out to me on the gram, and they reach out to me because I was buying so much of stuff and using so many of their products to they asked me to do a video, and I did the video, and they asked me to do another one. I did that one. And they, for my birthday, they gave me $100 certificate for the store. So I bought this real tall plant stand that's in my bedroom. And they sent me the thing and asked me, will I be an ambassador for their store? So I became an ambassador for the store. So I do like the at home store. I really love them. But I'm going to flip switch because I saw what Tammy said. I was going to talk to Tammy on IG, and I never have a problem sharing my telephone number. Tammy, I'm finna flip the script real quick. Depression is real. And I'm going to tell you because I have gone through depression to the point where I was getting ready to take my life. That's how serious my depression was. What I can definitely tell you, never, ever be ashamed of asking for counseling or whatever. Don't be afraid for it. What I can definitely tell you about me, and I do have some of it on my About Me. Oh gosh. What I can tell you about me, and it's not the Vology. Well, that's the reason why I picked the name Vology, because it's the study of me. That's what my channel is, the study of me. When I was a child, I was raped. 3 years of my childhood, my life. It was a lot. Nobody would believe me. And the person that raped me was my own first cousin. It took from going through that from middle school. Hey, Ram, hey. It went through middle school to my high school. When I got in high school, I didn't even like boys even touching me. I didn't want to date. I flipped to be a tomboy just so boys didn't want to date me. I was skinny, long hair all the way down my back, but I didn't want nobody to date me because I've always heard from like friends, and not my parents, but my friends, oh, you get a boyfriend, they want to have sex with you and all kind of stuff. And I was sitting there like, that's not happening. Guys, this is how serious it is. I stayed a virgin. I am not ashamed of it whatsoever. I stayed a virgin until I was 22 and a half. And that was going through 2 colleges, and I was still a virgin. I dated, But when you started saying, "Oh, let's be intimate, let's have sex," honey, I was going. I was quicker than the Tasmanian devil getting the heck up out of there. I wasn't trying to feel it. Um, it puts a whole nother thing in your mind, and my husband absolutely gets on my last nerve, but I'm glad that he understands that with me. He knows if I don't want to be bothered, I don't want to be bothered. We can go dang near a whole year and nothing, and it does not bother him. So I know on that I went through the severe depression on that. Then I went through the depression of my mom and dad going through a divorce after being married over 33 years. So I had to go through that depression, and I moved from the town that we were in because I wanted to be from around everybody else, and I moved an hour and 20 minutes away just to get from around everybody because it was too much to handle. And during that time, trying to deal with my parents going through divorce, and they saying that they held from getting a divorce because I was in college and didn't want me to quit college. I just felt like I was a holdup, and it went through so much still dealing in my head of being raped as a child. During my ninth grade year, my hair was real long. A girl went on the bus. We were on the bus, and she cut one of my whole entire ponytails off. So I have been, as much as high school, put inside of a trash can. So the depression, let me tell you something. I know all about it. I still go through it. I've gone through so many counseling. My counselor is Hope. And I'm telling you, at one point I got to the point I said, why am I sitting here paying this woman to listen to what I'm saying? She can go and go share all my business. I don't care about the HIPAA law. They're gonna go share my business. But what I had to learn was trying to keep it on myself was not good, that I really needed to talk to someone, and talking to someone helped me because during the time of dating, I constantly had guys say, "Oh, you're not ready to be in a relationship because you don't want nobody to touch you. You don't want nobody to kiss you." And I ain't gonna tell you no lie. My husband and I have been married now for a year. We have kissed each other since we've been married, probably 3 times. We've been together over 3 years, and we probably have kissed probably 10 times. It's because things as childhood that happened. I mean, I'm just to the point where no, don't. At certain times, my husband knows we got a California king bed, but he knows don't touch me. I go through that. Is a lot for him to try to understand that, and also the side of trying to understand how I feel when I'm in my quiet zone because I don't have my mom to talk to, and it's going on 9 years that my mom passed. So it's so much that he don't understand I deal with. I go through my quiet moments. Last week we got into it because I went through my quiet moment, seeing my dad like it was, to the point where didn't know if my dad was going to live or not during surgery and after surgery, and didn't have my mom there to talk to my mom with it. And of course, a lot of everybody know I just had major surgery August the 29th. I didn't have a chance to even think about healing and all that because I was right back trying to do everything to make sure my dad was all right. And I'm not gonna tell you no story. Right now, I'm worrying about my dad. You know, I have not gone back to be released from the doctor. I don't have time. That's why my grandmother used to say, find you a closet and go pray in it. And I'm telling you right now, Tammy, let me tell you something. Don't be depressed about that. You know why I'm gonna tell you don't be depressed about it? God giveth and God taketh away. You can go through trials and tribulations all up and down in life. And when it comes down to it, get to the point where you decide that you want to go through a divorce, I would rather go through and suck it up and go through a divorce than to be one of the women that have gone through something and you're laying 6 feet under. So just look at it that way. You're going through something, and God put you here to go through something for you to learn, for you to be a testimony. But also, Tammy, what state are you in? Because you know I'm RN, so I know some things. Because depending on what state you're in, you have free counseling in your state. And I can tell you how you can go to that free counseling. Also, are you going through a divorce? Your attorney should know about free counseling. But I can tell you how you can go and you get free counseling. And I'm telling you, don't ever be ashamed to say, I'm not going to counsel. My husband told me one time, oh, you crazy? You going to counsel, you going to crazy? I said, no, you crazy if you don't go to counsel. It's some things that you just can't handle your own. Nowadays, to have a friend that you can confide in, that's a lot, because that's a huge trust of having high retro gaming, to have someone that you can really oh, you in Ohio. You on my IG. I'm gonna look up Ohio and find out if they have counseling. Ohio. Before I don't want to say it and it's all out on live. I DM you because I know in your area you definitely should have free counseling. I started off, I tried to commit suicide for the first time in 1990. I graduated from college in 95 and 1996. I was living in Columbia, South Carolina by myself. And I was dating a guy at the time, and I was on the phone and I told him I'm tired. He was like, okay, well, go ahead and go to bed. He was just like, well, you just took your medicine. I said, yeah, I took every pill that I had. And he was like, what you said? And I hung up on him. I hung up and I took the phone off the hook. And back then, you know, we had a hook phone. So, hi, Squeaky. Hey, girl, I looked at your video earlier. But I hung up the phone and he could not reach me. So he called the police department and he drove from his town to where I was. Yeah, Tammy, I'm gonna send you my number to you. Not only because I have gone to counsel for lots of personal issues, also I took pre-law. So I do know a lot. I sit on so many different things. Yeah, I be honest, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now, to be honest. Going through depression with so many different things is a lot. And a person that has never dealt with deep depression, they don't understand the next person's pain. They don't understand the depression that they're going through and what they're going through. The people are so quick to say, oh, you need a counseling. You saying you depressed, you crazy, what's wrong? No, it's just if the right person, you can't talk to the right person. And nowadays, having a good girlfriend, and I mean a genuine good girlfriend or a genuine good guy friend that sticks in your corner, understands your corner, be there in that corner no matter what, that's what you need. So sometimes you don't have to pay for a counselor, but the worst thing that I have came across, and I'll be honest with you, I was talking to an ex-friend of mine, and I was just like, I'm going through so much, and I said, I can't deal with what life is putting out there. I said, here, I'm so well educated, have my own home, have my own automobile. I still don't have children, and I'm well to do. I said, but I'm so unhappy with myself. And I was like, the only thing I can just sit there and dream about is getting in my car and hitting the telegram pole. And he looked at me, oh, you one of them fools. And I sat there and I thought about it. And I said, well, you know what? Everybody you can't talk to. You can't talk to everybody. If they have not been in your shoes, they can't talk to you. He is basically how he laughed at me with that. That would encourage a person to go ahead and go and just get in their automobile and hit the telegram code to let it be. Exact. Girl, let me tell you something. In the Black family, the only thing they believe in, you better get some pork and eat it. Pork supposed to kill and calm and I don't think so. That is why in the Black community there are more killings, there are more people hanging themselves, there are more shootings where they're killing themselves, because in the Black community, if you are one that go out there and say you got these weird thoughts, you're crazy, you need to be in a crazy house, you need to be on medicine. No, guess what? You need a therapist. I am not ashamed. My first therapist I was 20 years old. I am 45 now. And guess what? God bless, I am with that same therapist. So when I pick up the phone in the middle of the night or whatever, and she has me where I am on 24-hour call. That's how severe I was. When I say critical, severe, that's how severe it was for me. When I said, if I'm going through something, I can text Hope in the middle of the night, and I said, I need more than Jesus right now. Instantly, my phone will ring. Talk to me. She is over an hour and 20 minutes away from me. But guess what? She still talked to me. When I first started going to counseling, Blue Cross and Blue Shield was paying for it. I don't want to talk about nobody parent. I'm just going to say from my end. And it's just like what I preach to my husband every day. Just because they're your parents does not mean they're always in positive words for you. I would say it that way. Some people would rather you hit a brake than to pick up a brake to move it for you. I don't care who they are. I don't care who they are. And I have gone through that. And you see, I talked about it earlier. My dad was right on here. That I've gone through stuff with my mom. I've gone through stuff with my dad. I'm headstrong. I'm not going to let nobody else turn me or not be with what I need in my life. Some people, and I explain this to people, some people are in your life for seasons. Some people are right there in your seasons for the beginning of spring, and the first day of fall, they go. You know why? They're there because, see, we have autumn, April showers. We have the dog days. We have that sprinkle of that extra hot heat. So they are just there for those two. They're there for those 2 seasons. Some of them, they only come through and they only there for just the fall. You know why? Because they want to help you turn them leaves different colors. You have learned what those leaves and what the difference of those leaf colors are. And then they're gone. They're only there for a season. Some people is only there for one set of seasons, meaning fall and winter, maybe fall and spring. They're winter and spring. They are only there for seasons. Some people shouldn't be there, period. That is something that you have to seek along with God to see if that person is there for you. I look at it like this. You can sit there and get married. It's up to God to see. My pastor is Reverend Davis. And I go to Beulah Grove Church in Augusta, Georgia. My pastor and I are like that. He's an older gentleman, well-spoken, everything. Hi, Candy Share. Candy Cat. I was looking at your video earlier earlier today too. I was looking at I think it was a live. I was looking at the re of it. But I can talk to my pastor in ways that he understands me so well. With so much in life these days and so much that goes on, I would tell you this, Tammy. You chose it to be married to him, but it may not be the person that God sent you here to be with. So don't cry a tear. And I know I'm sitting here because it's many times that I've told my husband, and we've been married August the 18th, we've been married a year. And a lot of times I have sat back and said, you know what? And I can tell you that I go through some stuff, and it's not all him. I am one, I'm there for him. I back him when they say don't say the word back, hunty. I back him. This man's a type 2 diabetic, but I have major issues of my own. But guess what? I'm always trying to help him and guide him with things. But on the flip side of things, I'm being down. So since we've been married, have I gone through depression? I have gone through depression so much. And I have said the worst thing that I could have ever done in life was to get married. I got married when I was 44 years old for the first time. And it's all because of outsiders. I just put it that way. Outsiders. So don't let it be a depression of you going through a divorce. Let it be what they say with a funeral. You are not there to cry. You are there to celebrate. So you need to celebrate yourself. And the reason why I say, yes, you may be going through a divorce. Yes, it's a whole different ball game you have to go through. But God is here to use you. God is not going to put too much on you to bear. You can say, I'm going through depression now. But guess what? He's using you. He wants to know just how strong one of his children are. Are you going to be one of the ones that's so weak you're going to give up? In God's eyes, there is no give up. Look how many children God has. He didn't give up on not one of us, and will never. So you can't give up on your own self. I look at divorce this way. You choose the person, but did God choose that person for you? You can tolerate a person, but is that the person God put you? You go through a divorce for reasons. It is something that's in there that should not be in your life. So therefore, God says it's time to remove that. You're being used right now, believe me, from whatever it is that you started going through to the end, and those papers are signed. So many people, and Tammy, I want you to look at it this way. There are so many people that came and said that I even went to sign the first paper of get my divorce. You know why? Because the spouse has killed him. You are here. You still living. You still breathing. You still shout for joy. You still you. You can feel your arms, your legs, your feet. You here. So therefore, don't put yourself through that depression. You have things in life. Jobs come and go. Money comes and go. Physical issues, they come and go. Men, they come and go. Your life, you only live it once. How about that one? That's the best way I can tell you. Your career, you think about the very first job you ever have. Are you on that job right now? The first job I was in 10th grade. I was working at Hardee's. I'm not there. I teach kids. I have an alternative school at that. Finances, I told my husband right now I have a picture of a check that I got when a drunk driver hit me in 2011. $150,000 check. I still have the picture of it. Do I have any of that money right now? No. Money comes and goes. Physical. When we were 16 years old, girl, we used to wear the little tank tops, the booty shorts, and all kind of stuff. Do we wear that now? I wear some tank top and booty shorts right now. All my belly and everything would be all in the way, stretch marks and everything. No, can't do that anymore. Divorce, men and come and go. Men come and go just as much you change your underwear. So therefore, at the end of the day, guess what? Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, put your head up so high and keep it going. Because see, right now, what it is and what my counselor told me, when you get in those real low, deep areas, that's the devil playing with you. And that's who you don't want to play with, because you eventually you will give up to the devil. Every time you go through and say, hey, God, I know you got me. You won't be here right now when I want it, but you'll always be on time for me. Don't let the devil dance in his own den, because the devil loves doing it. And the craziest thing about it, just like we can have like 4, 5 children, and it's just that one child that is so different that you're like, how in the heck I had that one? That's how God look at it sometimes, because the devil is God's child. But he's that one that was just so different than all the rest of them. And that's why the devil get busy and God just sit there like, okay, you think you can play with me. I'm going to let you go ahead. I'm going to let you go ahead. But I'm going to stop you when it's time to stop. I'm going to let you go right on. And the devil go and play. He played with every last one of them on the face of this earth. He played with us. But it's all of a sudden God snatch it and tell him, honey, you done. I done let you play. I done let you kick. I done let you throw stones. I done let you do everything. But it's my time now. Now sit back. And God come and shows his face to you. So everything that you have gone through, I'm telling you right now, it's all the devil. Don't let the devil get the best of you. That's the worst thing. Let God use you. Don't let the devil abuse you. It's a huge difference in between the two. If you sit there and let the devil abuse you, guess what? We'll get a notification, everybody saying, you know, Tammy passed away. I don't need that, because I'm talking to you right now. And believe me, I have gone through that. And it led me to depression. So you better believe I'm sending you my number, because you're going to pick up way higher than the sky. I have gone through it. I done been through it. I have been shot at. I have been beaten at the age of 21 by a man here. I'm thinking I'm so grown. I'm dating somebody 41. I was 21 and he beat me. I have gone through. Yo, when you first start running your heat, God, it'll make you think something on fire. Jesus, the dust burning. But when someone told me I need to write a book of my life. That's how much it is. And I'm 45 years old. I can tell some of the things I'm not going to put on here, but I have a physical scar. Hey, money man. Hey, boo. I have a physical scar that's on me, and it's by somebody that's very close to me. And I live with it every day. On top of it, I suffer with migraines because of it. So don't let a divorce pull you down to the point where it's too much for you to handle. Men come and go. It's like this. I tell my husband often, bye. I'm not going to let you stress me out. I'm not going to let you kill me. I can move somewhere else. I can get another job. The heck with my scratch marks. The biggest baby I have is 10 pounds. You don't like my scratch marks and my maps? Oh, well, take it to the left. Goodbye. I'm not worried about it. And if you're worried about it, you're not the person that need to be in my life. Nobody looks the same way they did at the age of 15 if you're in your 40s now. Because you done had some body surgery, just like I'm doing when I turn 49 years old. Yep, I'm getting a BBL. Sure is. But 7 years ago, am I the size I am now 7 years ago? No, I was almost 400 pounds. Depressed, bitter, suicidal. That's why I told you I can talk to you. I know about it. Now, here it is, years later. Lord dropped 215 pounds. A whole lot of things is a lot different in my life. My husband drives me nuts. And just like yesterday, I told him before I drive myself crazy, before I think about anything stupid, I divorce you. That God put a divorce on the book for a reason. If you're unhappy and cannot be with that person, see, back in the old days, and I used to hear my aunt and my grandmama talk about this, and some of the church older ladies. Oh, honey, you just need to stay with that man. You don't know how things gonna turn out. Well, these days and age, we're in the 27th. You stay with that man if you want to, and you having issues. It's something gonna turn out. It's gonna be your body some way dead. No, honey, let it go. Don't be depressed about that. Where it's an issue for you, let it be an issue for another woman. Let it go. Don't sit there and losing hair, losing sleep, letting your weight go down, all because you're pressured by a man. Send him to somebody or send that problem to somebody else. And that somebody else gonna find out about a year, 2, 3, 4 years later, and she gonna send that problem to somebody else for them to get that problem. So no, don't ever put yourself down. A job, you're gonna come back with it. I did this when we first moved to Georgia 2 years ago. I told my husband I was really getting depressed. Here I am. I got 4 college degrees. I got 2 certificates. What the heck? I can't find a job in Georgia. I told my husband I'm really getting depressed. It started getting me to the point I'm going on jobs here. I have major college degrees. And you're going to call me into an interview and you're going to tell me you can pay me $9 an hour. Honey, you just waste my time. I just left a job that's paying me $22 an hour. You crazy? No, you're going to pay me for my education. I'm not going to come in your establishment and bring all of my stuff to you and think that you're going to use me. I don't think so. You're right, period. You're not going to use me. You're not going to pay me like the person that's out there sweeping your porch, but I'm sitting here with a master's degree and something, and I'm still paying for college education. I still got $20,000 worth of loans. Yes, God is not where it used to be, and I God blessed for that because my loans was over $190,000, and I'm down to $20,000, so I'm blessed for that. But I'm not going to let somebody underpay me for my knowledge. I'm Black, so what? But you're going to pay me. You can pay Miss Bessie over there 10 cents more, but I guarantee you I can take Miss Bessie's job. Believe me, I have done that on a job. So a job, honey, that's going to come and go. Where one job won't, 5 more will. How about that one? Where you looking at a job and say, you know what, I really want to wear it. Guess what? God done said that's not the job for you. That's not the job for you. That job is not going to pay you for what you know. That job will use you. That's not what I want you to be at. So I'm going to give you another 2 more months so I can put you in the right place. When he going to show it up and you get called for that, let me tell you something. That's when you just deal with that job, but you start looking. Don't ever be where you sitting there, but you peeking around a bush. No, honey, you come out of that bush. If they're not paying you what's supposed to be, use them. And when I say use them, why you go to work, you sit there and you laugh and you smile. But when you off to work, honey, be on that computer. You looking for you another job that suits you, that's paying you for you. You don't let nobody use you for your education. No, because let me tell you, I just found out Amazon, and I'm still employed with Amazon. They can't fire me. They can't fire me. But Amazon Online, Verizon Online, some of these people here, you sitting home. All of us got laptops. All of us got phones. Guess what? Some of them are paying you $25 an hour to sit on your butt at home and make the cash flow and benefits. Most of these places you go, they don't even have benefits. I can't do nothing if I don't have benefits. That's why I like working for the state or the federal, because I want my benefits. Period. I can't do nothing without it. Yes, I can send you stuff for that. I'm telling you, we getting ready to be right here. I know lots of stuff. I sit there and just like somebody that was in a circle with me when I first came on YouTube. She said, I don't know why you trying to be a YouTube. Here you go and get an intro like that, like you supposed to be some professional. I'm not professional. My son said I would like my own intro. They want to do all this copyright stuff, so I want my own music. My son said, okay, Mom, I got $10,000 worth of equipment right here in my room. I said, I can't sing a lick. If you want all the dolls to bring it to the home, let me sing. Hunty. I even bring up the dead dogs. That boy record me saying my intro and my extra, and sure enough, it sound good, and everybody beamed to bam and beat to my intro. I still haven't uploaded the making of my intro, which I probably need to do that and edit and put that up for Monday. That might be my Monday video, the making of my intro. But yeah, don't let you use your job. Don't let your job use you. Wherever, and the thing about it, what I have learned, most jobs look at, oh, you got a degree. We will train you in this because you have a degree. When the reciprocity law from South Carolina to Georgia is the devil, the devil. Every college degree I have, Georgia said, well, it's just a piece of paper. My husband has his bachelor's degree in law enforcement. Well, what is it called? I forgot what it's called. But when he been in law enforcement, guess what? The state of Georgia, he done been chief of police, he been a detective, he been the head of detective. But guess what? The state of Georgia told him, well, you got to be a jailer. You got to go and make $11 an hour. I told him, I said, that's the devil using you. I went for the longest looking for a job in Georgia. I got to the point I was discouraged. I ain't gonna lie, I was discouraged. For me to pass by the same school every day, my daughter in the same school district, pass by this place every day, and I did not go apply when I know I got my teaching's degree. Now, let me tell you how God is. The reciprocity law, I'm trying not to show nothing because I don't want YouTube the reciprocity law in Georgia, they don't have reciprocity with absolutely anything. Nothing. So I went and applied for the school district here. Got hired. Guess what they told me? I said, well, here I have this, I have that, and I have this. Guess what they said? Well, you know what? You got to get your certification for Georgia. Now, let me tell you, I went from June. Exactly. I went from June to January this year, started looking for a job. I got to the point I'm tired of being home. tired of making videos. I'm tired of just going to the store grocery shop. I'm sick of it. Passing by the district office every time I almost crank up my automobile. Mind you, my automobile with insurance and car note is $725 a month. That's the only thing I pay. My husband pay all the rest of the bills, so I can't just say, "Hey, here almost another $1,000 bill on you." No, I have to do that. So I just happen to go online. Boom, job right there. I was like, I'm gonna go and I applied. It's the crazy thing now. I applied for the job in October. They called me for an interview and orientation in November. Didn't hear nothing in December. January the 8th, I think it was the 8th. It was the second week in January this year. I got an email. Congratulations, you have been hired. You need to go to the second process of your hiring. I got there. They was like, well, you got to get Georgia certified. And I said, yeah, I'm just finding out about the reciprocity law. They was like, after 1 year you have taught here, we will pay for your transfer of certification and 1 year of school. Well, no, 25% of your college education. Because here to be certified, I got to go back to school. So guess what? They're paying 25. Now I'm gonna show you how God is good. I'm still an employee for Amazon. Haven't worked there physically in that plan in 5 years, 4 years, 4.5 years, something like that. Now I'm gonna tell you how God is good. I'm teaching here at the school. They have already offered that. Every time this fan come on, God, it is freezing me. The school offered me 25% of my education to be Georgia certified to teach here. Amazon told me they will pay for my whole entire tuition. See how the devil stepped in with the reciprocity law, but see how fast God stepped in and told him, oh, no, you got to stop. That's just how fast. So January come, I have my 1 year. Well, I don't know how they're going to do it because I've been on medical leave ever since August the 28th. I had surgery on August the 29th. And I took a leave of absence. So I'm not sure how they're going to work that here in Georgia. I haven't talked to the school. I want to make sure my dad is all right. He's fine. And after he gets out, we got 2 weeks that I got to be 24-hour care with him. So after all of that, then I'll be going back to work. So I don't know how they're going to work with all of that. I'll be going back to work right before Christmas. I'll be going back to work. And then, we got the 2 weeks Christmas out. But I'm blessed that I have where one place is going to pay for my whole entire tuition. But the school district actually wants me and go pay 25% of my education. So the only thing I got to do is go to school, do what I got to do for that 1 year, and that's it. Go and pay for my transfer, and that's it. And I'm Georgia certified. And I'm not planning on moving from Georgia. The only thing we're planning on moving to Atlanta at some point. But don't let things discourage you on a job. You at one place now, that's a stepping stone. Use that to make your dough when you're there. But when you go home, go on Indeed, go on Career Builders, go on what is Zaf? I think it's Zaf. Go on those places. They help you even set up your resume on there. And take it to the next level. That next level is giving it 2 weeks resignation. See you out there, I got a job. What you paying me, I'm getting double that. I just personally now, and what I don't understand is, how are you going to pay somebody in their 40s the same thing that you're going to pay for a child that's on their first job? How you going to do that? I try my best to understand that. That child that's 16 years old that coming in to work for the summer, they have no experience whatsoever. Versus somebody in their 40s, they got more than experience. So how you gonna pay them? You're gonna pay little Miss Sally over here. You're gonna pay this little 16-year-old $10 an hour. But yet still here, I'm 40. I got a college degree. I done got experience. I done did this. I done did that. When you gonna pay me the same $10? I don't think so. So therefore, don't give up on your own self. Because see, when you give up on your own self, once again, that's the devil. I'm gonna give you my number. Oh, I will say this, and I like to put a challenge on myself. That's how I am. I like to challenge my own self. When we talk, I will give it December the 15th, and you're gonna be on the job that you want to be on. That's how I look at stuff. I put so you know what? You should be a retail manager. You should be a district manager for retail. If you've been since 15, yes, you should be a district manager. And if you've been in that long, oh, they can train you. They can train you to be a district manager. I done been a district manager before. So I know that 100%. It is so many people that are willing to pay for people to know that and see if you've been there since 15, yeah, they playing with you. They playing with you. I try to explain that to my husband where he is. He went over to the force that he's in. My husband in law enforcement. He went over to where he is now 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago. And they don't want to give a raise. I said, they're using you. I got the bills to pay. Okay, that's fine. You married now, yeah. But guess what? While you at work, you work. When you get off, look for a different job. Don't let the job use you. You use the job. So you better believe when he comes home, he on the laptop. He'll get some sleep. He'll come downstairs or he'll go in the den upstairs and he's on looking for another job. So that's why I said, you don't let the job use you. You use the job. You go ahead and have some, how they say, the old ladies back in the day used to take their money and put it in on their bra because the husband wouldn't find out where it is. Because he will, the first thing he'll go to is look in their pocketbook. Same thing. You take the job that you seeking and you, better yet, I'm going to tell you this before we even talk. This is what I want you to do, Tammy. Get your Bible, get a sheet of paper, and get an ink pen. And after I tell you this, you remember probably your grandmama, your aunts have heard, you have heard them say this. What I want you to do is write down the job and the salary that you want. Hey, Jess, write down the job that you want and how much you would like to make. Make sure you put it in between there, that what you want to make. After you have done that, what I want you to do is, I want you to get your Bible. I don't want you to look at the pages. I don't want you to look and see if it's First Corinthians, Hebrew. I don't want you to do any of that. You open up. I was at Amazon for 7 years, supervisor, for the PAC team upstairs. What I want you to do, Tammy, write down how soon you want this job, how much you want to put on this job. And the only thing, I got a book. The only thing I want you to do to that book is this. Open it up, put that paper in there, and close it. That's all I want you to do. I want you to pray on that. Every night you pray on that. Do not touch that paper in there. When you get a call and get that job, and they say you have the job, what I want you to do after that, go back in that Bible, open up that Bible, and read both pages. What you was looking for in your job and what you need is going to be on those pages. And back in the old days, you heard them saying the praying wall. Guess what? Praying wall and praying in your closet, that's something your grandmother or your aunts or your great aunts, you done heard them say. Guess what? I still do it right now. Exactly what I just told you, to write down what you need and just place it in the Bible. And don't I do that all the time. With the same job that I'm on right now, I got tired. I said, dear Lord, I am a well-educated Black woman. There's nobody gonna tell me that, oh, you gonna just give me this amount of money for whatever, because I'm Black. Black is beautiful. We are worth a lot. So you gonna pay me. I didn't just go to college. I got 4 college degrees. I have 2 certificates. So therefore, you're not gonna beat me out of what I know. And if you want to hire me, I'm gonna give you the elementary version. Every time you say, "Oh, do you know anything about?" No, I don't know about that. I've done that many times on the job. You hire me, you're not paying me exactly what I want. I'm almost there, but until I'm there, my brain is on kindergarten version. Oh, do you know how to put this together? No, I don't know how to do that. Do you know how to do this on the computer? No, I don't know how to do that. Right when you start paying me more, then I'm like, oh yes, you hit F1 and F2 and it'll take you right on through. I know, I used to work for the federal government. Let me tell you how deep it was. I was the only Black female single parent that was in that division for the federal government. Guess what? I'm the only one sitting there with a college degree. Sorry, I take that master's degree in it. Let me tell you, this old lady, and I don't talk about race because I can care less, my husband biracial. This white lady, she was just like, oh, you think you all that? You walk in here with all these designer clothes on every morning and all perfume and stuff up. Honey, you would never take my place. I said, God be the glory to you. Walk on. Say anything to her. Now, let me tell you how that was the devil and how God fixed things. About 3 months later, we had a big meeting. After the big meeting, and let me tell you this, for federal girl, I was in a cubicle. Had my little kids' pictures all up on this side because I was in a little cubicle like this. Still doing my job though. Still doing my job. Making $14 an hour. I was doing my job. Still coming in all nice, neat, smelling good. Do my job. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. Thank you. Welcome. Yes, I will email. I will forward to you. Did my job. But let me tell you, this same woman came by my desk one day and just took the papers, just threw it on my desk. And I said, well, thank you. She stopped and looked at me like, I slung that paper at that nigger and she gonna tell me thank you. Guess who a month and a half later had her job? And guess where she was? She was fired, and I was then going to work carrying a freaking briefcase, going into my office, and it's full of glass where I had a big executive desk. That's God. I told my husband last week, I wish I was still on with the federal government. Good benefits, paying good. I was on salary. I was good. I was on salary. And I didn't work not 10 seconds over what the clock said that my salary is going to be over, because I wasn't going to give you none of my free money. So therefore, just put what you want in your Bible. Put it in your Bible, tuck it. Pray about it. It's gonna come to you. My YouTube and my phone going crazy. It's gonna come to you. And right when you get that job, what I want you to do is go back, find that paper in that Bible, open it up, take your time, and read every last word from one page to the other. What you was going through and what you need is gonna be on those pages. Believe me. Believe me. Praying wall. I found out about the praying wall, oh gosh, about 25, 30 years ago. Yeah. My phone on the charger, I got, believe it or not, it's so many things that I came through YouTube, it's saying 9 plus. So I can just imagine what it is. And I don't have it up on my laptop. But overall, just do that. Take the time when nobody else around. Just go in your closet and pray. On top of the same Bible that you have, you put that paper in there, just go and just set it somewhere in your closet and pray. Do that every day. It don't have to be no special prayer. You do your prayer every day, but just go in and do that in prayer. Back in the old days when they had a praying wall, I don't know if you ever seen this movie, the Life of the Bees, I think it is, with Queen Latifah and all them in it. They had a praying wall. This is what you would do in a praying wall. Whatever you need God to help you with, and it's that special need that you need help with, you write it on a piece of paper. It's going off again. And you stick it in the praying wall. Whatever is missing out of that wall the next day, God already got it. I can't remember the sister name. Amber. Do you know in the Life of the Bees, you know the sister that kind of like was disabled somewhat? Do you remember what her name was? You know they were all named after months. June? No, June was Queen Latifah. May? Her name was May. Her name was May. The mother named all her girls after months of the days, the months of the year. Her name was May. Look up the movie, The Life of Bees. Oh my God, Tammy, when I say it's a movie, it's a movie. I don't want to break the shell. And matter of fact, it may be on YouTube. Look it up on YouTube. It's called The Life of the Bees. But the sister May, she just will always go through some kind of find out. She saw, I think that daddy got killed, I think. But there was a wall. And it's called the praying wall. She will write her prayers and go stick it in the wall every day. If it's something else bothering her, she'll write and go put it in the wall. After it was said and done, it will go, and she would go out there and she would just cry because the one of them was gone, not knowing. Oh Lord, Jazz, you're a mess. But with that praying wall, things will come off, and she got so sick and worried. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. Look up the movie, The Life of the Bee. What is called The Bee's Life or Life of Bees. I think it's the life. Hey Siri, what is the Bees movie with Queen Latifah?
Here are some fan favorites. Girls Trip, Hairspray, Chicago, Bessie, Bringing Out the Dead. Do you want to hear the remaining 6 movies?
Wait a minute, I'm trying to make sure because I want to make sure that I give you the right one. I want to say it's The Life of Bees, The Life of the Bees. You sure? Well, I'm gonna do it this way with Queen Latifah. It'll come up with Queen Latifah. It'll come with the right one. It is called The Secret Life of Bees. That is it right there. can you see that? The Secret Life of Bees. When I say, guys, oh my gosh. Okay, phone, are you charging? When I tell you that is a movie, it's one of my favorites. That movie is The Praying Wall, and it's so many things. It's about a little white girl and what she went through. Jennifer Hudson plays in it too. Jennifer Hudson was the little girl her daddy made. Jennifer Hudson took the little girl from the hospital and ran away with her because the daddy used to make the little girl stand on grit. Let me shut up, y'all. It's a good movie. Oh my God, it's a good movie. And I'm telling you, the deeper it gets, you will find the racism and all of this stuff is in this one movie. June and May. Which one was June? She Queen Latifah, the other girl. August, okay, August is Queen Latifah. Who was Jennifer Hudson? Rosalind. Rosalind is Queen Latifah. I mean, is Jennifer Hudson. Yeah. Lily is the little girl. Lily is, y'all, when I tell you, this is a fabulous movie. When I say you have it, I know they always say we need to look at Kunta Kinte and Roots and stuff. That stuff, y'all, it gets me depressed. I can't look at that. It depresses me. Roots, that depresses me. But the Life of Bees, guys, it has racism in it and stuff that we have to go through with racism. But guys, when I say a fabulous movie, they teach you about the difference of the racism side of it. The one of the little boys that used to come over and be at June house all the time. Didn't the little boy get killed? Didn't they kill the little boy? You remember he came up missing? On the movie, you remember the little black boy? I'm telling you, I can't. Yeah, he got on the movie, The Secret Life of the Bees, the little black boy. He went with Lily to the movies. And because it was still so much with racism, they grabbed him and they took him and they kidnapped him and beat him or something like that. And I think he died. And when he died, he was put in jail for being in the movie theater. But in the midst of that, it messed with June so much to June died. Y'all, when I say a movie, that's a movie. I can look at that over and over and over. May is who? And that's the reason why the other one died, right? The one with the praying wall was June. That say May. Yeah, she the one that she went to. Y'all, it's a movie. Please look at it. Oh my God, it's a movie. It's a life-changing experience of a type movie. Like, yeah, she left they always knew if she was having an issue, she will always go to the praying wall. But she was missing, and they knew the first thing to do was go to the praying wall. And when they went to the praying wall, they kept calling and calling and found out she was in the river. She hadn't died. She killed herself. So when I say it's a beautiful movie, it's a lot of that you go, it's when I say it's a beautiful movie, I don't think YouTube would get me for this. Let me see.
Your hopes up, all right?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can turn this quick. This is just like the trailer.
What we got here?
Lily, this is Rosalie. We need a place to stay.
You know she has some kind of trouble. Well, who's gonna take them in if we don't? So what if that trouble follows them?
I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. I really do. I just need some time to figure out why, so don't say anything.
Your secret, you do what you want with it.
That's Lily.
Discover the secret to friendship,
I love you, Miss Rosalie.
hope, and sisterhood.
Is Lily around you?
Queen Latifah, Dakota Fanning, Jennifer Hudson, Alicia Keys, Sophie Okonedo, and
Sophie is the one that's gonna die.
Down. I'm practicing.
Life of Bees.
Y'all, when I say a beautiful movie, guys, yes, yeah. When I say a beautiful movie, guys, that is a beautiful movie.
April was the only one was the first sister that died, and then it was May.
April was the first sister to die. April was who?
April wasn't in the movie. Yeah, when the movie first started, it was talking about April, but April was already gone.
Okay.
And then it was May, and then June was the second sister that was there with May in August. And
But y'all, when I say absolutely beautiful, I'm gonna put in here just in case. I put that little clip in there. Hope they don't say something because I did. Trying to make sure. My laptop is so sensitive. It say of bees. When I say a good movie, guys, it's a good movie. That's the name of it. It's an awesome movie. But Tammy, let me say, I can't look at Roots, y'all. I cannot look at that. Oh my God. When they say, "What's your name, boy?" He said, "Kunta." It's Toby. And oh my God, when they cut his toes off, and I'm like, oh no. And right now, this is why I tell the kids, go ahead and don't do what I say do. I'll be like Kunta and cut your toes off. They know I tell them in a heartbeat. But yeah, put that back over there on But I can't look at Roots. Some things that are just too much of slavery, I can't look at. I can't look at. I'm going to do for Black History, and I'm going to be on YouTube. I don't care if I don't ever get monetized, but I'm gonna do this. Not too far from where my husband work at, is still the slaves' houses. The slave houses, the owner houses, all of that is there. I might do it before Black History, but I'm like, that would be perfect for Black History. And I do it like a semi-documentary on it because I have all the information to it. So I might do that for Black History because y'all, it's just like when you ride through there and you know what it is, it gives you chills to know somebody that was your people, whether they're not kin to you or whatever, that was involved with that. Yeah, because your daddy did not drink that stuff. Turn the hot water and let it go down the thing. But yeah, it's just, guys, I can't do so much of my refrigerator smell like that stuff. Oh my God, I gotta put baking soda down there. Phew. Y'all, for my bar cart, video for yesterday. I had to do an alcoholic beverage. We always have to do a drink with it. And I think I did vodka and eggnog. And my husband told me he was going to drink it. He won't drink that. Ugh. So, oh gosh, that stuff stinks. Oh gosh, that's why I cannot drink alcohol. Ugh. You know what, Tammy? It is a place in South Carolina. It is called Pillion, South Carolina. When I said, I don't know Jazz's girlfriend, I don't drink, I'm too crazy sober. Y'all have not seen me on that side. Oh yeah, Jazz, you have. I can get lit like I'm drunk, but I don't be drunk at all. I be having fix some coffee. See that I was about to say I can do some coffee. Tuck that in that box for your daddy, because I done told him, no, my husband got everything stick.
It's not the receipt. The receipt was over there. It was a small receipt.
Everything in this kitchen stainless steel. Why my husband went and got a red toaster? Why? Got to be a man. Everything in here is stainless steel. And I told him you're gonna take it right on back from wherever you bought it from. Put some coffee on. But I'm telling you, some of the things in this town is I can't drink at all, girl. I'm gonna tell you what I can drink. Now I can drink that all day long. Know what that is? Watermelon juice that's in a wine bottle. And I might get tipsy off of that if it's sitting in the sunlight too long. I can't do it. Whoa, Lord. Girl, you got the water on. Your daddy pay that water bill. Won't have no water washing. But y'all, I got lots of wine here, and I have bought every it's a new wine, y'all. Wait a minute. Look over there in the ice thing and hand me that bottle of wine. Yeah, y'all. I went and Googled this wine. It's on top. It's inside there. In the ice. That child standing right in front of things.
I just seen it, but I didn't know where it was.
Kind of find out, like up north, this is some expensive stuff to drink. I found this at Aldi, and I think I paid $6.99, $7.99 for this. It is chocolate wine. Y'all, I heard that this stuff is some expensive behind stuff. If you drink it, if you ask for it up north in a restaurant, it's very expensive. Look, I'm not about it. I drink wine every blue moon, but let me tell you why I buy wine for. When I do my tablescapes, I like the tops. See how that's chocolate? I have some napkins that color. I buy it because of that. If I go in the store and the bottle is cute, when I filmed last night my bar cart, I filmed that with the flirty bird. It's some kind of, I couldn't even tell you. I need a wintergreen color. Girl, I don't care what it is. I'm not going to drink this stuff here. Y'all, it said it is red wine with dark chocolate flavor. Red wine with chocolate flavor. That just sounds like a mess waiting to happen. And I ain't talking about the other kind of mess. That's the kind of mess I'm talking about, the other kind. That sounds like something that you will have hemorrhoids for about a week from. Ugh. And I can't stand the smell of it. It's just like when I found out I was anemic, they kept saying, well, you know what? You need to drink red wine. So I'm glad I never drank before in my life at that time. My daddy was saying, I was like, Dad, well, they told me I need to eat beets or red wine. And I'm not eating beets. I ate beets with grandma when we was little. I'm not eating that. Dad was like, well, ain't nothing wrong with red wine. We went to the store. and got some, I think it was Barefoot red wine. We got back to my daddy's house. He opened up that top, and I got a whiff of that scent. I said, "Oh no, girlfriend ain't drinking that. Oh heck no, I ain't drinking that." Well, that's what it took. I said, "Well, you know what? It's a lot of those pills the doctors give you. Are you gonna take those? I'm not taking that. I'm not drinking that mess." Red wine, from the understand, it is very, very, very good for your blood. It's very good for your blood. So, do we give our newborn babies red wine for their blood? I'm gonna choke my daughter. Did I season it good? Because I was steady talking, so I know I didn't put some of my seasons in it.
I'm a little hungry. I don't really remember what.
Oh, one bless your brother have to go to work in the morning. Let me see what wine over there that may be all right.
She got some white wine.
I don't even think I got white wine. I can't even talk white wine. I heard the Rosie or Rosette, something like that. Wine's supposed to be good. I don't know. They always say like the red wine's supposed to be sweet or something, and the white wine is bitter or something. I don't know. Now, see, I gave my in-laws some Moscato last Christmas. Now, let me tell you. Now, I'm gonna make y'all laugh now. Let me tell you. First time I met my in-laws was, y'all looking at my lace wig are coming on up. This wig need to be washed. I done heard about the rose. I might. Do I have a red rose over there? I don't think I have a rose over there. I don't think I do. All my wine is on the other side of my breakfast room now. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm gonna turn the camera and go over there. I'm gonna show y'all what I got because I can't remember. What girl? I forgot I had my boots down there.
That's kind of dark.
That's why your daddy put a light. Oh shoot! That's why your daddy put a light back on the light. Okay, y'all. Let me tell you something. Now, see, I heard about it so much, so of course I had to buy it. Now, see, I heard so much about two of these.
Oh, that's technically white wine.
I don't know what it is. This. Can y'all see that?
White wine. I'm not sure.
Stella Rose, let me tell you, everywhere here, Stella Rose like $16, $17 a bottle. We got a place here called Carolina Pottery. It's $10 every day. It's $10 every day, and I got that one. So I got the. See, I got it because everybody. What is the YouTuber I watch? Also known as, I don't forgot what her name is. I watch her all the time. And that's all. She buy cases of this. I ain't telling. Look. That's just how serious it is. Them bad boys have never been open. They got like what it was, 11 flavors that we saw?
I think so.
It's 11 different flavors of Stella Rose. I still got to get it because I was like, I'm going to start me a little collection on it that I never drink.
The older the wine, the better it is.
How you know, girl? I heard you when you 16 years old. Don't make me.
Because people always say that. Everybody says that.
Now, these are some ones that I bought from Aldi. I got that one. It's called Pacific Fruit, and that's sweet peach. And this one is, oh God, where the camera? The sweet apple. And The other one is now. See, I was tempted to open this one for my husband's birthday tomorrow, but it won't be happening because girlfriend got to get on the road and drive 5 hours. I don't need a DIY off of wine, okay? So this one, that one is the sweet pineapple. And I love me some pineapples. I love pineapples. So I was just like, I was tempted to open up this one. And I guess that would be more like a white wine, I guess. I guess it's more of a white wine because it is clear. I don't know.
You know, you said DIY. DIY. DIY, right? Instead of DUI.
DIY. It is a DIY. If I drink it, it's going to be a DIMY. My baby just called to my mama, isn't it a DIY? Oh, wait a minute. DUI, girl. See, that didn't I tell you I don't need a drink because I'm already lit and crazy without it. Lord. But that's the only ones. Yeah, oh, we gotta open up that one. That's not wine, that's the juice.
What flavor?
I thought no, that's the one y'all can drink. Y'all, I also. Hey Ralph, y'all. Let me tell. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey T-Bone. Hey Boo. Hey T-Bone. Y'all, I done gave Ralph a new name. That's T-Bone. Hey T-Bone. How you doing, T-Bone? But the other one, y'all, it's not alcohol. It's I think it's caramel apple, and it's just a cider. It's just a cider. Now, see, I drink stuff like that, and like when I found this one, that was watermelon. I drink stuff like that, but when you start talking about straight alcohol,
That watermelon bottle, that one's full of pineapple.
No, wait a minute. Bring me that bottle. Now, let me tell you something. I bought this one. It's like a spritzer, and I bought it because of the bottle. Where's the pineapple? I had a pineapple too.
You already drank the pineapple. I just don't know what happened to the bottle. The bottle was over there for a while.
Your daddy probably threw it in the trash can, him and his rock here.
Your husband.
Now, I found this, and this is actually it's a sparkling, it's a dry sparkling soda. I bought it, y'all, because the bottle is just so freaking pretty. And it is, you can tell like watermelon. See, everything watermelon.
You told us to drink a pineapple, but I don't know what happened to the bottle because I was going to finish it and put it over there.
I don't know. But yeah, I just drink alcohol, guys. I cannot do that. My happy butt, I can't even imagine me tipsy. Years ago, I was dating this guy I was in a 10-year relationship with, and he went and got a wine cooler. He went and got, I guess it's 4, 6, whatever in the thing. He went and got a wine cooler. Here I am, I'm trying to be big mama. I went and got one of them. He was at work. I opened up one and drank about that much of hunty. That must was about 7 o'clock that afternoon. I didn't wake up until 9 o'clock the next night. He's sitting there like, I came in and got that and drank the rest of that and drank another one. I'm looking at him like, where am I? He was like, the heck? I said, I told you I don't drink. Honey, I was tipped. And that ain't nothing but as the old people and as the drunk say, a swig. Honey, it was a swig. My happy behind was drunk. I can't do the alcohol. I can't do alcohol. You give me some of my favorite, and that's some grapefruit juice, and I'm good. As they say, I'm lit. I'm lit. I don't know. I probably got about 5 or 6 of them in the refrigerator. See, and look. If you ever say you want to go out with me, and we're going to, well, I don't do clubs, well, a jazz hour, and I say, oh, give me something to drink. That's right there. I'm going to sit there the whole time, and I'm going to be like lit to the highest lit you can lit up. And that's right there what I'm be drinking. And you're going to be sitting there drunk as I don't know what. And I'm going to be sitting there acting the same way, and I got grapefruit juice in me. Put it back in the refrigerator and make sure it stay cold. I can't do I can't do it.
At least it's 100%.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Y'all, I can't do that. I can't do alcohol. And it's not just because of the medicine I'm on, because I'm on heart medicine, kidney medicine, all that stuff. It's not that. I cannot drink alcohol. We had a bottle of wine in the refrigerator, and it stayed in the refrigerator. I'll open it up, and it stayed in the refrigerator for about 8 months. Let me tell you what I started doing with the wine. Every time I would, girl, you talking about little. I be looking at the red light saying, when they put a pink red light up there, then that light pink. When they put a gray light up, girl, all them lights up on the red light be all different colors. I couldn't see them. But when we first moved here, I had that one bottle of wine that I opened up. You know how I got rid of that wine? I would cook my husband's shrimp and crab legs, and I pull some of it in there. And one day I didn't know he was going to take some of the shrimp to work. And it kind of like had alcohol in it. And I kind of like had it marinating overnight in the alcohol oil because it was like tiger shrimp. I marinate in the alcohol overnight, and then I saute it down with some garlic and some butter the next day, and put some rice on it. No, ma'am, you empty that dishwasher, put that stuff in that dishwasher. I don't want to see nothing in there. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to come back to Jesus. But I turned it on.
Oh, there was still more money.
I'm gonna put you in the dishwasher.
Okay.
But I didn't know my husband was gonna take it to work, and he was on duty, and it was night. Hunty, why did he take the shrimp on rice with the alcohol gravy to work and ate it? When I found that out, I called him. I said, babe, did you take shrimp to work? He was like, yeah, I just got finished eating. I'm like, honey, did you know that had alcohol in it? I smelled a little smell, but it didn't taste no different. I'm sitting there, Lord, the wife done lit up the husband, he a police officer on duty. I was like, oh my God. But from the understanding I got, once you put the alcohol in there and you start cooking it down, it cooks out. I hope that was the case. But that was something, that's wine. My husband, he'll drink that hard stuff. Just like when I do the bar cart and we have to make our own drinks, I go get the little, what they call mini bottles. I get that. But I'm telling you, last night when I opened up, it was some vodka extra smooth. Oh my God. I opened up that bottle. I was sitting there the whole time trying to film, trying to hold my breath, and almost passed the heck out. I can't do alcohol. I can't stand the smell of it. Oh, what? I can't stand. And the other thing is that I noticed that they've been doing with Corona. You speaking of Corona, they have been putting Jolly Ranchers or Lifesavers in Corona. What's the purpose of it? I saw some YouTubers doing that. They get Corona and they put Lifesavers or what's the other one I just named? Jolly Ranchers inside alcohol. What's the purpose of doing that? I don't get it. I mean, if you want something fruity, you buy it fruity, right? I mean, I really don't get it. But back in the days, the only time I can say when I was young, I did drink our communion on first Sunday in our church. I used to be an acolyte. And if you know what an acolyte is, that's the ones that you you bring the pastor in, you bring the pastor out of the church. You the one that light the candles, the one that out in the candles and stuff. That's an acolyte in United Methodist Church. Why in the world? We would have communion, and I always would ask my grandma and my mama, why are them drunk people come on the first Sunday to church? My grandma say, oh, they coming to praise the Lord. And I was like, okay, they always coming to praise the Lord. Come to find out, they knew Our church on the first Sunday on communion served MD 2020 grape juice. Well, I guess it's grape. Honey, they would be in our church if they didn't get no lesion on any other Sunday. You had every wino in that town up in our church on the first Sunday. And on top of it, we had a lady named Miss Foss. I hope God bless her because she still is living. Let me tell you, she would sit there. They'd get their little, you got your little bread. They would take their little bread and go put it in the pocket. They don't want the bread. When they say, now you can take a sip of the blood of Jesus. They and everything. Oh, shoot, y'all almost broke that bottle of wine. Oh, Lord, I just didn't catch it. Lord, my kitchen would have been stank. I'd have had to bleach up my kitchen. But they would grab it and like they had the praying, called the altar in the front. It had the holes in it where you put all your little wines of glass in it. You will see when they say drink the blood of Jesus, they'll drink it, but you will see the wine and went over there and grabbed none here there. I'm like, how you come on the first Sunday and you freaking trying to drink all the alcohol with them 2 little glasses? What is that gonna do? Tickle your pinky toe? I'm like, these people are off the chain. But eventually they changed that because they noticed that some of the church folks was back there stealing some of the MD 2020 because they used to have it in the bottom of the refrigerator, push all the way in the very back. And I never knew what it was. And I asked my grandma one Sunday, Grandmama, they got some of that grape looking juice back there in the back. Why can't we drink that all the time? My grandma said, I wish you would. I guess I know why, because that's alcohol. Growing up, we had a store named Red and White. I started seeing it in Red and White, but I always knew it was in the liquor section. And I always knew my mama said, this is not the section you should be here to get your butt on through and get to the meat department. But I kept saying, well, why they have that at church, Mama? Isn't that a sin? Mama said, I'm going to send you. But I couldn't get the concept of why liquor is in the church, and the church talk about the people that shouldn't be drunk, but they was giving them the wine with bread. I'm like, Lord, look at the devil. That's the devil.
When I was little, we went to the church and you said I couldn't drink it.
Oh yeah, and the church that I grew up in, guys. Oh no, they already knew they was getting the people lit. I guess it was because wait a minute, communion was always with. Couldn't I find out that's true? Communion was always before offering time. I guess they was trying to get them a little lit so they could miss and put a 50 in the pan instead of that $1 bill. Oh Lord, they was getting the people lit in the church, and that's United Methodist. Oh my God, I never thought about that. They was getting the people lit. And they always say if you was 13 and under, you could not take communion. Shouldn't it have been 25 and older? Wait a minute, legal age to drink is what, 21? It shouldn't have been 21 and older. They had us as acolytes sitting out there drinking alcohol. That's probably why I can't stand the smell of it now. Oh, I'm pouring bleach down the sink. You might as well go upstairs and get the bleach because bleach is going down there. Y'all, can you put bleach down garbage disposal? Honey, my daughter poured that eggnog liquor stuff down there. I'm pouring bleach right on down there. Cause I dare not hit that button and that odor come back up on me. We don't have an orange.
I just came on because it was frozen.
I don't have no other citrus fruit in there. Man, I can't do it. I can't do it. See, they're talking about 21 and up. Let me tell you, I was only 11 and 13. I was getting lit as a child. I was literally getting lit. And not with a match.
She was drinking like a boss.
We used to steal some of them. Oh, did I say that out loud? Because it was like another container and it was like that. And the ones that the people didn't drink, we were poured in there. So we would get in the back and me and Christy, will get in the bag, and what we would do is put a little bit of another glass in the kitchen, and then put the other one, and then put the plastic bag and put it in the back of the refrigerator. We used to be drinking some of it. So you telling me we was in between 11 and 13, we was getting lit in the church. Ooh. And I'd be telling people not to be in a sinner. Lord, we was burning the wine. Oh Lord, they was trying to get us lit as a kid. Oh, how rude of the church. Is it up too high? What is the refrigerator on?
The refrigerator is on 6, the freezer's on 5.
Draw the refrigerator on 5. Yeah, everything in our refrigerator freezing up. No, I ain't say 7, girl. You have everything all froze up. Where's the filter thing? Look, move. Close the refrigerator, though. Do you see on the door say filter? Uh-oh, your daddy got to buy filters. I'm broke. Because you had the refrigerator on. You just turned it down, Amber. I sure hope your brothers don't do that. Y'all, I've been blessed. Let's go from the wine to the good thing, because see, on the wine side, we can get lit tonight. Let me tell you how blessed I am. How about my boys, my grown men, getting ready to move to Atlanta and buy their first condo? Child, I am so proud of them. And I'm going to be even prouder when they don't have to call mama and say, Mama, our mortgage is due. Mama, you gonna buy this in groceries? Mama, ooh, I think I want another cell phone. Honey. Yeah, it's gonna be so good. They are getting ready. I told them, I said, both of you all are young men. The only person you dating is your mama and your sister and them books in college. That's it. Period. Ask JJ if he wants some of this, because I took his cauliflower rice out. He don't have to go to work 4 o'clock in the morning. Javon too? Ooh, I'm about to eat this and that. Y'all, I'm so proud of them. My oldest one got his associate degree in sports accommodator this month, but he get his bachelor's degree next year in August. But they are getting ready. They are being so smart. I'm proud of them. They are going to buy a car together, a brand new automobile. I went, of course, you know, I love Kia. I love my baby Kia, as my daughter calls it, strawberry shortcake. They're getting ready to buy a brand new 2020 automobile together, and they are going to buy a condo in Atlanta. So they're going to purchase a 3-bedroom, 3-bath condo in Atlanta together. So I told them, I said, let me tell you something. Things that your mama did not learn. Of course, in the Black community, our parents didn't talk about finances and your credit. We didn't hear those conversations. The only thing we heard was, you better get in there and wash those dishes, get my floor clean. We didn't hear about those things. So things that I learned, I have passed on to my kids, and I'm like, you know what? You don't go rent, because you're only making the person that owns that rich. So I'm like, you know, keep your credit up. Do what you're supposed to do with credit. Both of them have their own credit card. My oldest one has his own cell phone bill, and he has another bill. I can't remember what that is. But when I told him, I said, before you pay anything, before you go and splurge and get anything, pay your bills first. So he has his deadline, his bills, some of his bills are due late on down in the month, but in the first week of the month, he pays all of his bills. And I say that is making your credit very good. My 20-year-old, he makes sure that credit card is paid on time. I always tell them, and this is the thing about keeping your credit in good standards, and even the ones that has messed up their credit, because I used to be a credit counselor and do credit and clear credit. What you do is, if you have a credit card, never max out that card unless you have all that money to pay off before your billing cycle to be paid. That is how you keep good credit. If you go and you got a $50,000 card and you go put $4,000 on it, you know, if you pay the minimum every month, you know how long it takes you to pay that $4,000 off? It takes 30 years to pay that $4,000 off. So I told them, I said, what you do, you get a credit card. And nowadays they do want you to see where you got established credit, because it's not like if you was anybody that was born before 2002. You used to be born as a baby with a beacon score at an 820, where it's not that after those years. You are being born as a newborn baby now, and your credit score is a 525, which that's not good credit. So exactly, and it's a must to hold that. It's a must to hold that. I am one. I got into credit counseling and doing other because I was one of those ones parents didn't talk about credit. I got out there fresh out of college. Here I got 7 credit cards. Here I am. I got Spiegel. And honey, you know Spiegel. If you remember Spiegel, it used to be expensive. What I care on there, ordering a pair of jeans and they $500. And here after 4 years, I stopped paying off. I had all these, I had a Diners card. You remember Diners card back then? I had a Diners card, and that credit limit was a $5,000 credit limit. Here I maxed out the card, never did pay it. Let me tell you, that is what made me say, you know what? I have a child now. I really need to learn about credit, because I didn't learn about credit, but I need to be able to have the ability to teach my child about how to establish credit, how to keep good credit, how to not pay all these finance charges unless it's absolutely necessary. Now, if you want to know rich boys and pay for a house in cash, honey, let me know. If you're a man, I will get a divorce and I'm getting ready to marry you, okay? But it's a must of holding these things and keeping your credit good. You go through things in life, trials and tribulations, and your credit can be divorced. Just like what Tammy was talking. Okay, good night, Tammy. I seen you message me on IG, and I messaged back. I send you my number. We talk. But the worst thing you can do is to damage your credit, because damaging your credit can really be a stop stone, not a stepping stone, but a stop stone. Now, at this point, just that you to go rent a property, not buy it, but rent it. I know here in Georgia, you must, your score got to be over 620 in order to rent. So what they're telling you, they don't want anybody. And the craziest thing, okay, that's good. I just saw that, Jazz, up on about your aunt. Let me tell you, point blank, you can mess up one thing on your credit, you can get it straightened out, but you got to learn from that one time. The biggest thing, I helped a friend go through, she went through a divorce, and it was so many things that was together. And because of no prenup, guess what? She got hit with all kind of stuff that was his bills before. On top of it, she brought all paperwork that she paid for some of his child support within the marriage. Of 4 years of marriage, she paid child support. He got fired from his job. It made her pay his child support. She had all the paperwork, but at the end of the day, her credit was screwed. She couldn't rent nothing. She ended up moving in with a friend, and because she already had an apartment, she was screwed. Happened she had the car, and she had a Range Rover the same time I had mine, and she started having car trouble. And she was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do, because if I try to go get another car at this point, my credit is so screwed. When I was like, you know, well, let me look at your credit, I went and looked at her credit, and she was a 502. I told her, if you can survive and put your ducks in a row for the next 6 months, I guarantee your credit will be different. On the 32nd day, I had her credit where she went and traded in her Range Rover and got a brand new Range Rover and got a townhouse in her name that she was renting, because her beacon score was 1 point from being where it was supposed to be. So I always say, your credit is just like your blood. You need that blood to live. So don't, if something happened in your credit, I'm telling you, you really got to do a lot to get it back. Credit cards can be a good thing for emergencies, but to say use a credit card on every day, what you don't have in your bank account, just swipe that plastic card, don't you do it. I look at some people will actually be in a gas station in front of me and they come in and swipe their credit card for a bag of chips and soda. Why? That's just crazy. If you don't pay, you can go and spend $3 on that credit card and you don't pay it off by the time it is that bill cycle is due, you can end up paying for that $3 for that bag of chips and that soda. You can end up paying $55 for that bag of chips and a soda in 1 month if you didn't pay it. And if you wait for the next following month, guess what? You don't pay that one soda and bag of chips can cost you over $120. So I always say if it doesn't make sense to use a credit card, don't. If you cannot pay it back before the billing cycle, don't use it. But I will always say, well, my son, it was just like a credit builder for him. I said, go every month. When you have your money, pay that bill on that credit card. 2 days later, use your bank card and pay off the credit card. And I mean, his credit is A1 because he's following what I was not taught, but what I learned that I could share with my kids. And it's absolutely a good thing because he does very well with it. He go and he swipe his credit card, and before you know it, he was like, Mama, he went last week, I think, and he bought a cell phone cover for his iPhone, and he paid $65 for the iPhone cover. And then he was just like, he told me, I think it was yesterday, Mama, my billing cycle's in 4 more days, so I went ahead and just paid for my iPhone cover, from my bank account to my checking account, from my checking account to my credit card. And I was like, exactly. I say you following directions, but that builds your credit. That builds your credit. Is at this point, if you need something, if your credit is jacked up, the only thing you can get it, you have to find somebody that has a credit card in excellent standing and get it, use them as an authorized user, because that's the only way you really gonna push you to have something. So credit is something that you got to be careful with. You got to look at your credit like your blood. But guys, it is almost the great time of 1 a.m. and I got on here. Oh my God, I've been on here almost 3.5 hours. That's crazy. And I always say I could never get past 10 minutes. I always said I could never get past 10 minutes. And I've been on here 3 hours and a half almost. But guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. Oh Lord. So you don't think M&M's. I'm wrapping this up with you all. I'm gonna get me something to eat because now I got to eat something real light. Might have to just drink grapefruit because it's too late for me to really eat. And girlfriend is still trying to break down on the diet. So y'all, I will talk to y'all tomorrow. I got to do a travel, so I will be looking at some of you all videos as I drive tomorrow back to North Carolina, and I might go on live tomorrow with my daddy. I'm not sure yet, but guys, I'm ending this. I love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. I want y'all to have a fabulous night. And until I talk to y'all on the AM of the sunrise, bye guys.